but I don't know. I expected it to affect them, not to the point where they're coming into the group stage as the 8th overall seed in the SPL.
No, I did not think it was going to affect them that direly. And it's not just them that is affected by ping. You got the Valkyries out there that have got plenty of players overseas. Even the Camelot Kings inside of Group B have a couple players across the pond as well. I mean, when you look at the Oni Warriors and just the name recognition on this squad, I think it comes with expectations. Guys like Nika, Cubo Fred, Dardes, Neilma, Vote. These are guys that you would consider some of the best at their respective roles at certain points in time. But here in Season 8, they really have been stumbling.
Hopefully they're going to be able to start to turn it around because, frankly, they're running out of time here in phase number 1. Of course, this isn't the end-all, be-all. Worlds isn't until a couple months away. You still got time in order to put it together, but I think the expectations for this Warriors team do not leave them where they currently are in the standings. And for me, I've been looking a lot at what their mid-3v3 has been doing or not doing a whole lot of so far.
That's a good title.
Yeah, Dardes has been certainly struggling on the mid, and it's not even reasons you would expect, right? Like towards the beginning of Season 8, he was still able to get some of the signature picks. The Aphrodite's been coming through pretty consistently. He's been going towards that Morrigan, but even at his best performances, it hasn't reached the same heights that we saw from him in Season 7. I think that's also got to be accredited, as that man said, to the ping issues that he's been having.
But Naruto sleeps with a 74.
Very quiet performance.
Welcome.
So far,
welcome back.
Has also suffered a little bit of that. I think that when you're looking at the positive end,
that balls, man. Thanks for the 2, baby.
Has been a bright spot. Vote
man.
allowed to play the game has been a bright spot. A lot of teams have spent their time and energy trying to
we should have 2-0'd him. It's pretty troll we didn't.
Of the game and not allowing him to be that carry for them. I think I'm looking at these side laners for the Warriors.
Probably not drinking any more coffee, so I'm going to sleep tonight.
He's almost certainly going to face. And can this be said for Nika over in that solo lane?
Well, Nika's been doing it pretty well.
It is at
he is the
480p.
Carry Gods out of solo, some fantastic performances on
I can't go to sleep, chat. I literally drink coffee the whole time. I'll have to wait.
Incredibly well, just spreading that wealth, rotating to early team fights. So if I'm the
I'm streaming
right now,
this,
my entire
and then going to watch the Conjure.
All right, let's get Cubo over there. Let's make sure Nika's comfortable, and hopefully he's able to spread the wealth to the rest of us.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't even tell, bro.
Control can withstand that treatment as we get ready for picks and bans.
I literally.
Again, a very important set between these two sides, knowing that a win here sets them up.
Yeah, it's on HBO. It came out Thursday or like the Friday morning at like 3 a.m. I want to watch it so bad.
And the Jade Dragon certainly.
God, I cannot wait to sleep.
In that room. So
oh my Kryptolite 21 month tier 3, man. Thank you.
Start to experiment with leaving things like the Athena open. I don't know if they're going to do that here necessarily up against either of these squads.
Oh. No, it's not.
Both of these teams have incredibly talented.
I don't know why I was using my
Inbound and Neilma, so wouldn't be surprised if that one gets banned.
My headset mic, that was weird.
Going to be banned out by the second pick. So the Solar Scarabs.
Now I need to see boring because watching it, it's like there's a ton of action levels 1 to 3.
Throughout Season 8 has
yeah, I mean you kind of just farmer boy, but you have pressure, so you can like farm all the neutrals. Oh my, it's gold thanks to the 3, man. Welcome back.
A little bit of time to think it over.
Yeah, I played it really good.
Top end of this, we've seen supports also.
We should 2-0 him, but
little
troll game 1.
Suppose the way I want to phrase it. I mean,
Haddock stole it. Aquino with his ult. My ult almost got it, but my ult was a little late, I think.
Early on, we'll see if that comes to pass here in game number 1 of this set as Athena is taking
that diminished like right 4, man.
Alongside that, Giannis BaRRaCCuDDa continues to have that respect band.
Bog?
Yeah, he just looks so much better.
Yeah, so I haven't been streaming much, chat.
The hurry
these antibiotics are really destroying me. I'm like Adrian thanks to the 15.
On the side of the Scarab, so it makes sense.
Well, I've been building Bluestone Trans a lot in ranked.
So with a Tiamat ban as well. In interviews, a lot
it was kind of funny because in ranked, it felt really good. And I was like, maybe this is OP. And they nerfed Bluestone by 10 HP 5, and then it turned into like a duo pressure meta. So I kind of already played like a lot of the Bluestone hunters, but I hadn't played Chiron yet. I literally played my first Chiron game of the year last night. And then
with that Sobek ban, that does mean that
we had like a lot of like real life stuff last night. So I don't know how much me and Destiny actually slept.
Plenty open as well. Ymir among them.
I don't know, yeah.
Is going to be the
I don't know how much I actually slept last night. It's kind of like antibiotics plus like real life stuff.
Once again.
And
Bobby put
then
out a tweet after the last set saying that water
this morning, I think I woke up at
good,
like
not too surprised
7.
to see him putting a lot of value on him here, but
And then I couldn't really go back to sleep.
A lot
And then
of
I just woke up and played some Chiron games.
With their top 2, King Arthur being hovered. Can't argue with that. Still an incredibly consistent pick.
Because we're better, Dakina.
Some nerfs tossed his way through the mitigations in his
past.
Wouldn't be overly surprised if Nika decides to take that.
You're welcome, leave a mark.
And then
first world.
Take a peek.
Yeah, Chiron is actually so fun.
Single hunter in the game still available. There's been a decent amount of emphasis on Heimdall here. It's a god that the Solar Scarabs.
Where's their valuing water? Oh, my Shadowfax is at 13, man.
On her locked in, which has a pretty decent.
Graduated high school today. Nice, congrats. Huge.
Yeah, but that's a pick that's just been taken away from Zapman so much that I'm surprised it's gotten to this point.
I mean, Zap could go like Chiron or.
I thought he was going to
here,
the top
right?
3, but it turns out he does not. Maybe
dude, I can't believe. Once they told me I was doing post game today, I was like, "Oh no, man!"
Given the option, but
I don't even know what I said in that post game interview, man. I was so tired. And I still am. Like, I was so tired.
Yeah, a strong solo island god inside of Cullen, Merlin. I mean, we just casted a set where Ven kind of proved to everyone why Merlin is still in the meta, so I think there's much we need to say about it, aside from its phenomenal burn potential on objectives.
Who beat today, Leviathans?
So far, the Solar
the
Scarabs
#1 seed.
is incredibly strong. They're going to have good objective fights because of the burn potential.
Yeah, once. As well. I thought I was going to do it with, like, Dolson or Gore. And they told me I was doing it with aggro, and I was like, oh no, this is just going to devolve, man.
That the Oni Warriors don't elect to ban the Heimdall immediately, but they still
well, I had it, like, every interview, it should have saved the settings to automatically go to my AT 2020.
On Heimdall, and it is going to get banned away here by the Warriors.
Oh, I know why it didn't, because I accidentally unplugged my microphone, like, last week.
Too often in season 8. But
So I'm pretty sure, I was trying to unplug my webcam, then I unplugged my microphone instead, so that probably reset the default for Chrome.
Direction besides Chiron, with the Circuit on the other side.
Oh, JPEG champs, yeah.
Up against that CC chain that she's normally going to bring. See what if that's the direction he wants to go. The only Warriors still have to make a pick for Dardes. No more again available for him because that's been banned away. Could see something along the lines of what Big Man Tings has been playing.
Good lord, man, I am so tired.
In the Raw, in the Kukulkan, of course, Big Man in a similar situation playing from Europe so far here in Phase 1. Dardes has kind of gone a little bit of a different direction.
That's the what do we have for lunch? Oh yeah, we have
to see him pull out something a little bit different this time around.
Also, I wanted to play Soul so bad.
I think that could lend
I'm just a Soul main.
Dardes Aphrodite. Circuit goes in with the Cobra's Kiss. Well, now back off works pretty well. You've got 2 incredibly tanky.
I can't give you 2 more than Blitz because if you dual Blitz again,
fantastic kiss targets as well.
This
could be a situation in which
Steven
has sneakily set himself up for.
Jing Wei, what kind of?
Could be the
what
case.
kind of coward picks Jing Wei?
Pretty heavily.
I can't go to sleep, dude. I was drinking. Okay, I filled up my whole #1 dad mug with
This is a definitely
with mud. So there was like barely any left. And Destiny got me this cold brew, and I've drank that much cold brew, which I never have coffee.
Into that Chiron pick. I know I called out the Jingwei earlier.
What?
Chiron works really well into this.
No.
Not only is it strong.
If you bring me lunch.
Works up against Circuit. On hers pillar stun only talks or knocks
what?
on 1 target. Pretty easy to find the cleanse.
I can't have lunch.
Instead, it is going to be the Jingwei locked in for that additional
yeah.
safety. Wouldn't be surprised we see him go.
Yeah, that was the deal. If you bring me lunch, I give you bananas.
8 through the entirety of the year here.
Yeah.
Or potentially could even adjust the build slightly and go for that tank buster, considering how strong the front line is.
It's a good trade.
Weren't you telling me yesterday that Ellie doesn't know how
you
to
can
bark?
do
She's
it.
defending the home with great ferocity here.
Just don't show your feet.
Look, she doesn't know. I can't make her bark when I want to, right? Because like I try and give her a treat because I'm trying.
Or
to
show your feet and we can get donations.
Command, but I can't do it. So like, what am I supposed to do? Get a
we
friend
can get
to bring his dog
donations,
over
Destiny.
and have him walk around beside my
hey,
house? I don't think that's gonna be.
I need
a great
money.
Teacher, but yeah, this is the only time you'll hear her barking, and it's only when I'm.
I don't think we're getting any feet.
Well, hey, that's the way it goes. She's looking fearsome, and hopefully Cerberus is able to match that sort of ferocity that Ellie is bringing to the table right now.
We're not getting any
pickup is the call here for Dardes at the very end of the draft, and Raijin
Wait,
is a lot of bans.
Is this loud enough, Chad, or is it too loud?
Into the Raijin hype in the mid lane right now.
I think Raijin's really good, man. It's just that versatility of the ultimate. Do you want additional burst potential to maybe finish off one of these objectives or a god? Do you need a little bit more CC? Do you want to use the fear to peel for yourself? And then, with how
dude, we should get...
prominent
Wait, have we ever had
inside
Hindu on the
right now between
podcast?
Raw from BMT,
A little quiet.
Picks,
Alright, what about
no
that?
better mage applies Divine Ruin like Raijin. That Raiju can rip through an entire team.
Wait, you were Night Squirrel?
And applying that.
Wait, what is your name? And yeah, that's me. But I'm actually... Don't judge me. If this is your first time in my stream, don't judge me.
And I absolutely love to
So I'm
I love to
exhausted
see game 1
right
coming
now.
up as well, because we
And
got
yeah,
a great
that's-
caster pair coming
that's
at you.
me.
Gormizer and young Sheldon
I am
himself.
that BaRRaCCuDDa.
Right now, I get a...
Unless someone stole my
the
name.
laugh pierces my ear hole. I get a chance to defend myself.
No, not Vin,
I've
Hindu.
not seen a single
No,
episode
Hindu.
of
Did I say
young
Vin?
Sheldon at any point in my life in perpetuity throughout the universe. Mifflin, bet
Dude, melatonin
say bazinga
literally wakes me
on
up.
the desk, and he's made me say it now 3 times today. That time including. My name is Dolson. Gormizer is with me. Doug, working the camera between.
Wait,
Soar Scarabs
so this is your first time?
and Gormizer. What an important
in
matchup
my stream
this
or
is.
not?
Look.
I said
You look
Hindu?
at these
Oh,
groups,
okay.
right, and
Yeah, I love to have
this is
Hindu on the
group where
podcast.
It's the
I said
Dragons
Vin.
and the Kings up top, and the only Warriors and the Scarabs
I'm
that
like,
struggled. The
I'm leaking
Scarabs
straw
have
thanks to
had
the
more
6, baby.
momentum.
Welcome back,
But
man.
if you want to talk about building up into the top 3 of these groups,
Oh, thanks, Loki Dad.
these are the 2 teams, right, that you would argue are on the edge
Thank
here in
you.
Group B.
Thanks,
Exactly,
Rizzy.
and honestly, I don't know.
Was there
that
group
the
stage
Scarabs
before it's
are
five
really
playoff
as
seeding?
on
I don't
the
know.
edge as
I have
the
no idea, man.
Warriors, and that feels weird to say.
Yeah.
Again,
So,
this has been
whenever I
something
take
that I think is
melatonin,
worth
it
knocking
wakes
on.
me
You look
up.
at the lineup of the team
Like,
that is the
it, like-
Warriors, you
it,
will
like, makes
not
me tired,
believe that
right?
coming into today,
But then my
they-
body's
and
like,
actually,
whoa,
I
I'm
think
tired.
this week, yeah,
And then it
including
wakes me up.
They've only had 3 games.
But it doesn't really, like, make
individual
sense, but, like, that's what
games they
happened.
have
Oh,
won.
I'm lucky.
It's not been a very big success story for them, whereas the Scarabs, they've been making some of the top teams and giving them a lot of trouble. They beat the Dragons, they gave the Leviathans
Have you
some
make
trouble
me
yesterday.
sleepy?
I think the Scarabs have a much
No,
better
it
shot
does not.
in this group.
But it
than
makes
the
me
Warriors
like...
do, and that's something that the Warriors are going to have to
Okay, I was a little nervous.
really
'Cause I
reconcile
told
with
Destiny to
this
go and
set
give me a
because they
cold
can't
brew
afford to
today.
lose this game.
100%.
Because I was so tired.
Right, this is the set.
And
I mean, nothing is doing.
last time I drank coffee, my heart was literally beating at
Yeah,
like
but if
150
this is the
beats per
Dragons,
minute. It was literally like
right,
racing.
No, right. So if the Scarabs
So,
are the team that you think you
It was a
need,
little unlucky.
you're gonna
But
be jockeying
today,
for that
I
third
was
spot
so
win.
tired
The Warriors
that it worked.
need to win this one, right?
Like, it gave me
That's
energy.
maybe where the mindset
Well, it
needs
gave
to
me
go. Best they
energy
have.
Yeah.
for the
Big
first
turnaround
game.
over
And then
the
by
next
the
few
third game, I
games.
was
Let's
literally
look
asleep.
at what we've got here in game number 1.
It's Luka.
Zapman over on the Jingwei inbound.
I'm gonna
on the
download
emotion.
later
Now,
to the
Wrong
7.
We talked to him
GG on the
pre-game
win today,
before
You wanna fall
Zapman
asleep,
won.
have 3
And
kids.
this
Yo,
was a pick he sort
Destiny!
of felt like
We gotta get
good
to work.
enough as solo or troll will survive.
We gotta get to work.
Time to complete my thought.
We need to have kids.
That any
So I can
support in the league
sleep.
can take a game
What?
over with this Umoja.
And honestly,
That's
I
what
think
Loki
that
Dad
what we saw
said.
yesterday out of inbound on this pick. Granted, again,
You want
I'm
me to
gonna
come
go ahead
down
and
there, or
throw
you wanna
them
come
under
up
the bus
here?
A little bit. It took 28 minutes
What?
to get there for the Scarabs.
What?
But that right
So
side
to what?
defense that they got
Yep.
that helped turn the game around for them against the
Okay.
Leviathans was
Are
pioneered
you bringing me
by
food?
inbound on this pick.
Okay.
And I think it fits so well.
Right
And
now?
again, this is a team and
Oh.
a player specifically.
You
I
have
should
socks
say, that
on?
He didn't have it last year. I mean, I remember harping on him saying, like, dude, come on, like, you gotta pick this one
That
up. It's
wasn't
been
the
a top pick
deal.
forever.
FG Alps.
And then he played
I
it a
can't
couple
meet
times
you.
and
I
you're
can't
like,
get up. Then
"Oh,
they'll
a
see
little
my
bit
feet."
more out of that one, but he has grown into the role incredibly well and into this pick incredibly well.
Yeah, will you guys
And I
donate
think
if you
his
see
emoji
my
is
feet?
one that you need to be worried about, and I think that's something.
Look
that
at that ball next to the
Warriors
13.
head here. I think this duo lane inbound and Zap
Like
has
Zoya
a
next to
little
the
bit more
11.
synergy going on
Congrats
for them
on the
than
dub
Neil and
bar.
Vote have been able to really
Wait,
bring
so
to
where's the
table.
food at?
Right. All about cauterizing some of those early game woes that
Destiny?
the Scarabs duo lane has faced from time to
I
time.
think she
Doing a
left
good
me.
job of it here so far. But another duo lane
Jack?
there that
Wait, no.
I still
That's all I'm
can't
supposed to
believe
say.
this
Well, I'm just saying,
far into
Jack.
Season 8,
Thanks,
we're
man.
still saying it's had some struggles. Is Neilma and Vote, right? I mean, this was a team in all of our pregame
What do you...
or pre-season
Loki Dad
videos.
told me
We're assuming
if
at
I
the
want to
top
have
3
good
squad, you
sleep,
got a couple
I should just have kids.
back-to-back world champs. Or you got one, you got Kibo Fred who won one, then you got Nika, Dardes, and Vote who were on one of the top teams all year.
My
long.
feet aren't really
So
attractive,
this
though.
duo lane, you know,
I don't really
the
have
team
nice
in general
feet.
has struggled, but Numa and Vote, you maybe start to turn some stuff around there, and this Oni Warriors team will be much better off.
What?
Yeah, and not just, I think, in the duel.
What?
Like, I think Cuvo, unfortunately, I mean, this is very similar to
food?
last year.
Are you bringing it here?
Slow start, yeah, the whole team. Nika, I actually
Well,
think
that's
is
not
immune to
here.
that. He has had a
GG's
very
far to go to
phenomenal
bed.
couple of games. His Tsukuyomi
I
solo
can't go to
comes
bed,
to
man. I
mind.
just drink so much coffee.
He's had some really
I'm on my
good
way.
performances, and I think that's something that they're going to have to rely on here. This King Arthur's a good pick for him. But the solo lane, look, yeah, like, they can hard carry, but it's not always the end.
Oh, man. Oh, man, airstrike and then a couple autos is all Zapman needs here. But it's a pillar from Vote, and Vote might now be the sacrificial lamb as Numa blinks back over the wall, looks for the stun. Oh, the turnaround from the Warriors to get first blood. What a play. That's what I'm talking about. That's what this duo lane can do. That's what their names bring to the table. Scarabs do end up getting one back, but it's inbound with one kill. Vote on the other side grabs one as well.
I think that's a great pickup, though, for Vote more than it is the Scarabs. Now, look, again, I'm going to say, I think the Scarabs, and I would argue, whoever wins this set is probably going to be the one that ends up going forward. As now it's Layers who's going in there into Dardes. That's going to be a very easy pickup. Narrow, though, to escape. But I think whoever wins this gets to go to playoffs. Whoever loses this, I would argue, is the one that doesn't, right? And again, like you said, there's still a lot of games to play, but I think that's the weight this set has. I really do think that the Scarabs have a better chance than the Warriors at beating a team like the Dragons again,
It'll
or
require an upset.
beating something like the Kings. But yeah, it'd be an upset nonetheless. I think the Scarabs are more well-equipped to handle that, though, versus what the Warriors are bringing. So I think if the Warriors lose this, they might just be out of it. So they need that pressure. They get that first blood. It goes on to Vote. It's a very good kill. Even if he ends up losing his life, just because he gets that first blood bounty and inbound gets the kill on the other side, it makes it a little easier for them. And had they not lost Dardes since I had formed this thought, I'd say that it's a good start for the Warriors. So you can see the farm falling out of their way, and I think the control of the game, if Layers can continue dictating the pace of things like that, it's going to slip out of their hands pretty quickly, and they don't want that.
I'm back.
No, and
This
is the type of group gore. I don't think too far far-fetched. I mean, we're really getting into more analytical conversation here.
So welcome back, Pasty Gangsta.
Yeah,
Thanks
this
for the
group ended up
two.
the top team being 3-0 and then 2-1.
I need to chug this water so I can get the caffeine out of my body so I can go to sleep.
I don't surprise anyone, you know. I think
not at all.
That could be the type of group that we see here. So just to further our point,
bro, I'm so sleepy, man.
Between the Oni Warriors and the Source.
Alright. I told Destiny I was delirious. Let's look up the definition.
Enough to get you in. If no upsets are happening in later on games. Right now, the only
in an acutely disturbed state of mind resulting from illness or intoxication characterized by restlessness, illusions, and incoherence of thought and speech.
Together over there in duo.
Okay, I'm not delirious.
Traditional hunter matchup from what we've seen here this weekend.
Oh yeah, I gotta get Destiny.
Chiron's in the lake, but
actually, she didn't come all the way up the stairs. That was the deal. Way back.
Yeah.
But with the safety of that Jingwei, Zapman likely not going to be brawling with fire.
Okay, I'm literally. There's a burp in my throat. Hold on, I have a tick.
What we've been used to, and honestly, the Cerberus, even though it's maybe more outlandish than some of the other supports we've been seeing more this week,
I'm not getting my burp.
It's
always stuck in my throat.
I think the dual lanes.
Oh my god, I'm taking this to a 5-year, baby.
What we've seen is going to have.
I can't remember your name. What do you mean, dude? How you don't remember your name?
Should theoretically go his way a little easier. Jingwei.
You don't remember your old usernames?
The crit comes online and comes into the equation. Things are going to shift maybe for her, but
we got one on the way. What about Crumpet next to the 43? Am I good? No. I'm not good, Plaid. I'm so tired, man.
To get that kill, it doesn't necessarily mean control of the game.
3v3
that's on my win
side,
thing.
But inbound makes it a 4v3. As Neoma still rotating over from the left side of the map, the Cerberus will join here shortly. SOT.
Oh yeah, I got your water.
Consistent pressure on Nika's blue buff. Can't speak to the steals earlier on, but definitely steals this one away. But now it's inbound being
that was a hot stun by Neil.
And Dardes, but no,
well, Destiny did come all the way to the computer, so she doesn't get bananas.
Will keep himself alive.
Can't repo my food.
Probably dissuaded a little bit of the engagement there on the backside.
And everyone in chat, please spam say hi to Diego until he says hi to my cat. Me?
And
you want to say hi to your cat?
I think I like that style. Like from both of them, I think it fits the way inbound likes to.
No, I said here. Check the VOD, Destiny.
In order to stay relevant.
Hey, why are there no Bluestone Hunters in this?
has some cool late game stuff, but Moja's just great all the time that you have a lot to keep up with here. And so he has to.
Where's all the Blue Zone Hunters at?
The other person who needs to make sure
this
guy's
behind the meta or something.
Less from Dardez specific, but Raijin, I was looking at it. He was banned 5 out
tweet
of
me a
6
picture of your
games
cat,
yesterday,
Dan.
Plus all 3 games that we've seen already today.
Big 1v1 there between Zapman and Vote, but
what an
as I
impale.
hinted at earlier, the Jingwei is safe enough to get out alive, but now, without that airstrike, without the ultimate for a little
Thank you,
bit
Flat.
of time
That is what I
here,
was supposed to do.
Cubo Fred hasn't made his way over to the duo lane side of the map yet, so Zapman likely still safe, has the beads online as well. I think that's a pretty interesting point to look at. Gore, you kind of feel the mindset early on here. There's enough lockdown and CC and engage.
Tweet!
On the
Wait, do you have Twitter, Dan?
A full 5 stack of beads.
Wait, you want me to drink more, Plat? Give me like 5 minutes, I'll drink some more. Remind me in 5 minutes, Plat. Set a timer.
3 blinks. So the Oni Warriors looking to get aggressive.
The water department hasn't refunded. Have they emailed me back?
Yeah, Cerberus, Circuit, they're going to be so solid.
I was giving him Ninja Tab, I probably because he backed and couldn't afford
appropriately
boots.
so. I can hear people harping on inbound if he doesn't have beads there, even though maybe there's something like, I mean, Sunder's been a big deal, but like there's not a whole lot I'd rather have in that slot for him. So even still leaning on the other
They haven't emailed me back, man.
Deal, whereas this is perfect because of the setup he can still have while still remaining safe. He can stay
Dude,
aggressive.
the water department charged me and Destiny $240 because they read our water meter wrong.
Now layers, first jungler to really show face here on the left-hand side of the map. It's a purple buff invade.
And I was like, yo, you guys charge us too much. And sent them a picture of our water meter.
Unfortunately, not really much the Warriors can do about that one. Zapman gets his beats.
Steve just doesn't want to like dash.
So small consolation prize, but remember, Vote had to use his beats.
I wonder if Steve's hungry.
Oh my! Being looked at, deleted by Layers and BaRRaCCuDDa. Blinked and you missed it. And Cubo Fred shuts his eyes for the next 25 seconds.
My fault for having a water meter.
And that's gonna make a lot of openings, potentially for Layers.
How do you mess up reading a water meter, dog?
We can already see he's going for an experience camp steal. And,
yeah.
Cerberus, the worst case scenario is
that might be karma for why they lost today, Ballin. Also, I thought they were gonna do that to me.
Strip away the jungle he would like, but that's the kind
because Phantom's a little ganker boy, so as long as you don't like feed the Tom, then you're fine.
Recognize where your openings are and go for it, but also recognize as Layers did.
Dude,
when the time to pull out,
our water meter
sit up there and
said 70.
Ganked, 3 people come in, you lose your life, and you're like, man,
I think
now I'm the fool. I'm the one who's out for the next.
And they like. They put it as 80. So they thought we used 23,000 gallons of water in 1 month or something. Like,
solid for what? Just 2 kills more.
That's impossible unless you have a leak, or you're like, your faucets are just running all the time. Like, that's so much water. Yeah, that's literally a non-stop shower. My dog, my dog, my guy, whoever you are.
BaRRaCCuDDa has come to play here today.
Yeah, your water should be like between like 30 and 40.
Of what the Raijin has been able to do so far.
And these trolls charged me $240, and still, and they said, oh yeah, it should have been less than that. Like they sent me an email 3 days before I paid, and I still paid.
The way like this build goes, you get some early stacks on that.
It auto drafted like $240 out of my account.
For that, BaRRaCCuDda's going to be absolutely swinging, benefiting from early advantages here. Goodbye, Yuma, as the Solar Scarabs bring forward the purple buff once more.
That's a beef is fine.
Kill. What a good Riptide.
I'm not. I can't go to sleep, man, until I drink more water.
It forces him to awkwardly leave the situation, and then he can't really get back in without putting himself in a bad spot. And then a good burn onto Neil, a good turn and burn onto Cubo, but now Inbound maybe a little bit too far forward.
Inbound uses his beads. Raiju over onto BaRRaCCuDDa in the back, but Inbound starts to walk right back towards the Oni Warriors, who immediately turn tail and leave. Now it's Golden started up here. Inbound half HP.
Oh yeah, we did.
Is going to separate the Oni Warriors. Stun connects over onto Nika.
Steal Nika stole it, bro.
Walks right on through, takes the gold.
Unlucker Douglas.
Scatters to the wind. The Solar Scarabs left that one up for grabs.
Yes, my game chat loves to roast me and Zap. I mean,
back in the game. But it buys the Warriors.
That's just like their favorite thing to do.
As much as I liked the ult from Inbound,
it's funny because like
fight. That is the reason.
You either think like me and Zap are awful and like really bad, or you think me and Zap are really good. Like the fan bases slash like community are so like on opposite sides. Also, the trolls, since me and Zap have like such large fan bases, people will go to Smite game chat and just type like BaRRA is so bad he should retire, and then my fans will just like instantly jump on them and attack them. It just like starts a war all the time. It's really funny.
And a little bit of help from the Riptide, the stun holds him off, but nobody's zoning.
You guys fall for the trolls a lot.
And I think that's
you really shouldn't.
Nika specifically on this team.
But there's literally war every day in Smite game chat. Whenever me and Zap are playing, like the communities will just like fight in Smite game chat.
You're just hoping that last tick of damage goes over to you instead of to the Oni warrior.
Dude, also I can't believe my ult only did 375 to the Fire Giant with full XC and Wind Demon. But also I don't know why I ulted. Well, I did say burst before I ulted, but no one hit fire.
Set up a nice island for
and I was trying to burst it before the Janus came in, but I don't even know where the Janus was because my eyes aren't open.
On the Oni warrior side of the jungle, so this Coquelin would feel plenty comfortable contesting.
Wait, does that die here?
As they come up.
Oh no, Steven. Oh?
Zap forced to run away here. I don't know if he's gonna get
what a stun by Neo. Wait, Zap not using relics there?
Collapse. Cubo Fred finally makes his way to the left-hand side. An ultimate's used by Vote and Cubo Fred there.
And Zap is not using relics there?
A little bit of space there for Vote. It's a 1.
That is so unlike Steven.
Warriors Hunter and half HP on the left side.
Are we sure that's Steven?
Left side Titan. That'd be something you gotta kill 9 Titans
kill
before
6
the game
little
ends.
Titans.
I don't know if that's Steven.
That'd be a whole lot of fun, wouldn't it? But the Solar Scarabs hold on to their tier 1 tower on the left-hand side. But getting this on her, Gore, into a point where that Desert Fury and those early auto...
No, chat, I know he's dead either way. Chat, it's not about that. Zap literally uses relics at 1 HP. That is Zap. That's literally a Zap Aegis. Chat. That's literally the Zap play. Is using relics at 1 HP. In situations he's 100% dead in. Zap has done that for literally years. Yeah, it's literally called Zap Aegis because he does it non-stop. Yeah, it's the thing. It's not about him being dead. Obviously he's dead there 100%. But like, Zap literally does that on cooldown.
To help SOT pick up one onto Cubo Fred, and now it's the Oni Warriors, despite some early picks, turning tail.
I was ready to give SOT a little bit of hell, man. I had no
or
idea
Boosh
why he was
beads.
saying that, but Zap
Boosh has beads, Zap has Aegis. Also, do we even know the play that Boosh beads about?
Wow!
Oh, Steven!
Zap dashes in, grabs
Steven
a kill,
hates
double
it.
light
Oh,
right around the corner,
lives.
finds the auto attack, double kill for Zap.
Oh, Steven!
Damage and SOT steals the third, but what a
Let's
play
go,
from the Solar Scarabs.
Steve.
Hunter 3-2-3
Wait, go fire?
now.
Yeah, we're
On
going
the
fire.
Jingwei, a tier 1 tower goes over and left, but it's an FG.
Wait, what
ball
if
now.
Sot kills
17
Steven
minutes
here?
into the game for the
That'd be
Scarabs.
quality content.
I love
Actually, I don't think Steven
this
can die.
play. 4 people are dead. Cubo's gone. Vote just got pushed off a tier 2 tower by inbound.
Yeah, that wasn't even a Zap
Cubo has
Aegis.
some room. Cubo's not going to be here.
It's only a
anymore.
Zap
That
Aegis
is
if he
a
dies,
play
chat.
from the Scarabs, a really good retaliation. Like I was saying,
Oh.
I was going to give SOT a little bit of hell. I had no idea why he was
Yeah, that was
making
really
that
trolled by
play.
Oni.
But that rotation from Zap comes through at what I would argue now was the
I mean,
perfect
taking a
time.
fight there
And
is
as you had
just
highlighted
Stroll
earlier,
knowing
when
the
he
Jing
did
is
burn his
spawning.
relics
Like,
in that
that's
game
so
over there in
noob.
duo,
Half
pays
HP.
off dividends here.
Oh my gosh,
Gets
what
the
is that
one
crit
kill,
chance, bro?
uses his ult,
Dude,
traps down
also,
Josh,
I got
just
no
getting
crits
it, which
yesterday.
shows that right
There was a
here,
time
he goes
I
with that
1-3'd
just to stay
I
alive, but
1-3'd
that
into
shot
Paul,
would
hit him with
absolutely
every
ruin
single
that run for Zap, and
2
at least the
auto
fire
attack
giant not to
for like
happen.
I was Jingwei.
So well played
And I got
from
no
top to bottom
crits.
from the Scarabs to turn that into
And
a
Zap
round.
literally
That was the
dashes
Warriors
in
really
there
aggressive.
and gets 2 crits.
That's right, that FG stays on the map. If Zapman
Boosh
gets down there
beads.
in all likelihood,
Yeah,
Tank
it's when
is
you
just
don't
enough.
beat the
He
Summit
has
plug.
just enough before Cubo
And
Fred
then like
goes
while you're
by.
flying, your
Now
beads
the Solar
goes off.
Scarabs, it's been this
But,
roller
like,
coaster of a game where the Oni Warriors grab first.
when did that
Solar
happen?
Scarabs answer with a couple. It looked like a great
Was
start
that like
for
an
the
SPL game?
Warriors, a 2-for-1 trade. And then the Solar Scarabs, SOT, and the rest of the gang were able to find the big kills.
Oh, it's actually cool. The Bluestone Hunters are meta now, so I don't have to go to crit and rely on RNG.
So now with FG Buffcore, this is such
but I still have to go
fire.
crit so we can hit an objective.
Normally you're
It's a
wondering,
little
maybe
unlucky.
they siege left Phoenix, maybe they go towards mid, maybe they go towards right Phoenix. You got
20%
every non-respawning objective still left in the game. So this map is for the taking here for the Solar Scarabs. You're sowing the seeds for later on sieges.
Definite potential for a Phoenix here. It depends on how hard they want to commit to one, but at the minimum, I want, what, 4 or 5
Was
towers
Sobek out on release?
A little over 2 minutes right now.
When
you
did
can either
Sobek
hard
come
commit
out?
to a Phoenix and leave, let's say, 4 or more, maybe even slightly less towers left, or you can go for a complete tower clear out. Get a lot of gold in your pocket because of it, and that is really where the win could come from. Yes, getting a Phoenix is really solid, but I like the idea of really picking up.
Was Sobek one of the first gods? Or like shortly after the first gods?
4,500 into your pockets. There's 6,000 gold on the map to put the Scarabs
I
much
don't
further
remember.
in the lead, on top of an FG, on top of the Primal Fury.
Right.
And it seems like they're at least
Wait, what were the
knocking
first
down the tier
gods?
ones. They're opening up. This feels
Ra,
like more of a
Zeus,
push. They're gonna have maybe
Sun
a
Wukong,
minute
aka
and a half to work
Hoonbots,
somewhere
right?
in between when they finally
Wait, no,
get to
Hoonbots
tier
was
two,
it, wasn't he?
assuming they push as hard as they
Oh, I
can
don't remember.
after this back.
I know it was Ra,
Right,
Zeus,
kinda like-
Odin?
It's sort of one of the, it's a risk-reward type scenario.
Thor?
where
Thor was,
you
wait,
start
Thor
playing
wasn't
these
original.
FGs, Phoenixes, you're rolling the dice more on
Guan! Yeah, old like,
Just grab that
old
guarantee.
Guan. Oh,
Yourself the
wait,
best chance to continue to roll
no,
this
Guan
game.
wasn't released.
3,000 experience gained.
Guan got released after,
Power play
right?
started. I believe it was around 3,000 gold.
Because the joke was always release Guan was OP. Yeah, it was release Guan's OP.
Like that.
Ra, Zeus,
This
Odin.
one all properly. BaRRaCCuDDa's done well in the back line, finding that.
Spielgo, we won.
SOT on this Coquelin, continuing to find space for the rest of the Scarabs to operate.
Bacchus?
I'm not sure how many
Hades?
Warriors are going to have an answer to it. They might want to defend this tier.
Oh,
two
old
now.
hell was so
Might be
ugly.
elevated. It's
I
might
forgot
be
about
good.
that.
Yoma here for now. Dardes in the background holding onto those Taiko drums. That'll be a
Yeah, it
big
had to be
burst of damage,
Neath.
but it's a bit of a soft defense
Neath's
here.
on?
Everyone
Was
stays
on her
alive.
release?
SOT uses the beads. He'll stay alive despite the Stygian torment from Yuma.
Wait, what hunters were released on?
I like this positioning, this aggression. I think it's good.
Ymir too, yeah.
Seconds to work
Whoa,
with here. It's
you
very
got him!
dangerous.
Bastet?
Oh, with the Desert Fury, the last bit of damage grabs Zapman, and here come the Oni Warriors. This is what I meant by risk-reward layers. Piercing Moonlight, the last tick of damage. Gets it on the Cubo Fred, but it's put
Oh, I
the
thought his
Super
ace was
Human
actually
in a bit of an
falling
awkward
off.
spot, and who else but Nika to grab the double kill? Could it be a deicide 21 minutes in? Stun, locked down onto BaRRaCCuDDa. Aegis will save the life of Merlin a little bit longer. Inbound through his own Riptide. Back into the back line.
Agni,
Nika
Anubis,
with
Arachne,
three,
Art,
Volk with two,
Bastet,
deicide for
Hades,
the
Hebo,
Warriors.
Hell, Old Wukong,
That's gonna be able
Kali,
to get a lot
Cuckoo,
for him.
Odin, Ra, Sobek, Famana, Ymir, Zeus.
2 towers down, that Fire Giant.
Yeah, old Alquan.
Just after the first couple
Is that all of
kills there,
them?
we're going to see Zap come back, SOT come back, and I think Layers is going to make it back just in time for the FG respawn. But can they contest it is really what I'm worried about here. It's going to be 2 to 3.
Wait, why were they even
seconds.
pushing a
Maybe
mid Phoenix,
it was
by the way?
6 seconds after the first respawn here. And that's
Did they have
very
Fire
narrow
Giant?
window. Look, 22 minutes in, you get a big team fight like that. I think that's more overzealous.
Why are they pushing fire? Wait, I mean, why are they pushing mid Phoenix if their fire is like running off? How do you even get there? How do you? Why are you pushing a mid Phoenix with 2 towers up?
To start knocking down some of these towers after they get an FG. But it looks like it's going to take slightly too long. There at least is going to be SOT in the neighborhood to worry.
Yeah, I used to play a bunch of Bastet
Gold Free will be
when
back
there was a
in
side jungle. I love playing old
around a
Bastet, dude.
minute's
That was so
time
fun.
here. What's really tough there, you know, Dardes still has both of his actives. Vote does not. Similar circumstances for the carries on the Scarabs.
Oh, Steve?
BaRRaCCuDDa has
Steve
nothing to work
frontlining?
with. Zapman only has his Aegis that he had to use just now, and now Nika chasing down Zap, who will barely survive. Thanks to the airstrike, and look at Layers into the backline he goes. Thanks to the piercing Moonlight, Dardes keeps himself in the fight. Aegis gets used.
I'm
for the ride.
surprised that that
He
fight
lets
did
out a
not
roar,
go
but
better.
Nika back in on the chase
The
down.
Warriors.
Fred looking for the re-engage, but immediately right back out.
I mean, most of the relics at this point are gone, but
Oh,
Dardes
yes,
still
yeah,
has
yeah,
his needs and the health bars on
I was
the
watching
side.
a Finicky stream last
More
night.
favorable, but that's where inbound comes in, right? Healing coming from this Yemoja. Zap as well, being able to live through that, gets to back, full bar, come back in, Jingwei passive. He's back in the fight easily.
Yeah, good point.
He can get aggressive on that.
Whoa, crits flying through, and Neoma eating most of them. Vote.
Ooh, nice BaRRaCCuDDa.
Out and away. Ah, but the ice Blinks from over the wall, gets it.
Oh my gosh, this
Nobody
King
can
Arthur
afford it, but
damage.
immediately enter
Holy.
back as Nika, Cubo, Fred, the pins
Dude, they
are
5-man
the
group
Warriors
for King
closing
Arthur
them down.
damage.
SOT, he'll transform here, maybe
Okay, that was a
saving
weird
grace.
animation.
As Dordes gets stunned against the wall, the roar gets the damage, but inbound will go down. It's a double kill for Cubo, Fred, and SOT.
Yeah, I don't think you want a 5-man
Last man
stack against an
standing,
Arthur.
Up against yet another maybe.
That god
DSI
kind of
for the
do
Warriors.
damage.
There's 3 left, but 2 are low. SOT doesn't have a lot of damage, but I
Don't
can
have Vote
see him
or
coming out
Dordes.
with another kill here. I don't know. It's going to be a close call.
I mean, you
no
can
matter
go
what.
fire here, right?
What a
Nika just
long
tanks it forever.
brawl this is, but it will be the DSI.
Right? Go fire?
24 minutes into the game, the
I'll go
second
fire?
one of the game for the Oni Warriors here, and takes.
I guess you have a
a bit
tank
longer
Circuit,
with
so your
Dordes and
DPS is a
Vote
little
on the map.
dog
So the target
water.
selection, obviously,
There's no way you
goes
can go
there
fire
for the
now.
Scarabs. You get both of the carries.
Unless you're forcing the
But fortunately,
4v5.
Nika's having himself a game and a half, 6-1 and
I mean,
6.
Zap Relics.
Yeah.
On
Actually,
this
no,
King
Vote
Arthur.
Relics are up.
Fred has shown up in the right time. Numa
Really
looking
weird
like
fights.
He's playing well as well with 0, 2, and 13 on the Cerberus. Everyone from the Oni Warriors surging through.
Yeah,
Looked
you
at
remember
the source
Cathara,
sense, great
SSG? My
Oni
team
Warriors
literally full
survivability
stacking
later
on
on.
King Arthur
Really
and
made a
Rai
difference.
just ripping through us.
Made some pings over here.
Good
Everyone
times,
for
good
SOT
times.
has respawned at this point, but are they going to go for an FG?
I mean, that was
Nika,
like
he's
good by
the
Braun
guy
to kill
kill
Vote,
your
but
Warrior
it forced
really
like everyone to be in this tight
I thought there
ball,
would
so
be
Nika
enough
got
presence.
like
Merlin
full
on the other
value.
side alongside Zapman. Once that audio cue comes through, Zap is either going to need
Yeah.
it back and come
Oh, they're
through.
not
That's gonna be
45 in
fun
gold?
for the Warriors.
Can the Warriors burn the FG in time? The answer
They're
looks
trying.
like yes. That's an interesting call. Nobody here.
I
from
don't
the
know
Solar
if-
Scarabs
That's
to be able to
weird.
contest the FG now. It's hard to
I don't think you can
dissect
4v5
exactly
stall
what's going on
that.
in the Solar Scarab's mind there, Gore, but take your best guess. Do they realize that if they
Yeah,
choose
I would
the
like to
gold
4v5 that. I don't know.
the Oni Warriors are just going to get FG. Maybe that's a sense that the Scarabs just don't feel comfortable fighting with the FG right now.
I think it's one of these weird, and it has to come down to the balance of things, right? They just had a very
Oh, I thought a
monumental lead. They
piercing
cleared out
stun.
4 towers
Oh,
from the
yeah.
Fire Giant push and had what felt like a very, not insurmountable gold lead, but a
How's
comfortable
Vin
cushion
compared
there
to
on the Scarabs. It was
Baskin?
comfortable enough that they're still technically ahead after 2 deicides, but it's not been the best fights for them, not just around that Phoenix,
Terrible?
but the last Fire Giant fight, and they
It's
did not
Baskin?
have going into this the
Hello?
beads available for
What
3
kinda-
members. They just
What
came
kind of
in there
question is
running,
that,
soon
dude?
enough going to be coming
I
over
hate Vin.
inbound and SOT. So I think it's one of those things that was safety. I think even
You guys are the
Zapman
best
was
in-game
at
macro
the
to
time as
in-game.
well,
Thanks,
so
man.
a lot of things that were
That's
on
all me.
cooldown no longer
I'm going to
being on
P-chat.
cooldown.
I
think they
drank so
trust
much water.
themselves
Oh,
a little
my leg.
more in their defense. They've got a lot of towers. There's a lot of cushion. But this is a great spot for the Warriors. 2 amazing fights for them. They get 10 kills across the board, across 2 of them, with perfect wipes. And now they're in a position to start knocking down some towers, but they're being a little slow in the aggression. Granted, 2.5 minutes is a lot of time with a Fire Giant to work with. Tier 1 and mid should go down. That Tier 2 over there and left should go down because of how low it is. And the Scarabs right now are more at risk of losing a Phoenix. But unless they deicide a 3rd time, they should be able to hold on at least for another Fire Giant fight.
Zapman has completed his build here. Sold off Starter item, picked up the Shadow Steel Shuriken. Not something we get to see all that often.
Yeah.
Built into the crit here, Gore, and I suppose the reduced healing on critical strikes will help Zapman brawl out with some of those frontliners.
Try to help keep them locked down a little bit more often. We've seen it a couple of times. I think this is the second
It's
time.
weird
this
that I'm
week
wearing green
I've seen
shorts
it
in
locked down
my
because the anti-heal that it can give you.
jersey.
We'll
That's
see
what it's
if it
called.
ends up working out for him. I'm actually kind of surprised to see the stands being at these Tier 2 towers right now for the Scarabs.
Right, Neil is the one who blinks forward looking for the engage, but SOT on this Cullen has created infinite space throughout the course of this game and just a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm wearing green shorts.
The Oni Warriors cautiously take
Green
down the
shorts
Tier
are
2 tower
hot.
over there on the left. Still plenty of time on this FG, a minute and a half or so remaining on the buff itself, and then
I'm not sure if you know, but you did predict your team being top 3/4, and I may have
catch their breath. Sure to
binged
pick away as
off
much of this jungle as
the
you possibly
tourney game.
can. And Numa continuing to work forward here, Gore, without that blink.
What's that mean?
Engage mitigated a little bit, but still has the lead to get in, find a good Stygian Torment.
What I really like, though, is the Scarabs are playing to the clock, right? They have a minute left now on this Fire Giant. But
Why did Baskin retire? I don't know,
man.
man.
With it, it hasn't necessarily been fruitless for the Warriors.
Whoa.
But now they're going to get aggressive. This could
I
be
miss
a good
him
fight for
every
the
day.
Scarabs.
What a blink by Nika. He's found Zapman alone in the back, but Numa getting worked down.
Oh!
Cubo Fred joins his solo laner. Nika finds the
Oh.
opening kill
Oh.
of this fight. Dodges out
Oh.
the damage from
Oh.
Layers, awaiting out the cooldowns. But
Oh,
the
you
count
can't
drop
juke
will
literally
get it done. Over
9
in
of
mid,
Suki's
Nika
buttons.
still alive, still
Oh,
surviving the
Oh,
stun for
BaRRaCCuDDa's
himself.
dead.
We'll set up
Oh,
a
he's...
kill over for BaRRaCCuDDa, and now Vote joins the fight
Yeah,
with the Desert Fury.
bad decision by
Darda
BaRRaCCuDDa.
sends a volley of damage into the back line. Double kill for Darda as Vote's got one as well.
BaRRaCCuDDa should never
Pillar will
flicker
keep
to kill
Layers
Nika
just
there.
at bay for a little longer.
Not quite. I don't know. This could theoretically be an
Wow,
end
it
game.
could
I
be.
mean, look, they've got 13
25 for
seconds
Zap.
left.
Oh, that's a lot,
They've got a
Twinkie.
couple of minions here.
I'm also
I think
not a
they can
math guy,
aggressive
so I don't
because
know
of the
how much.
timers here. Layers
Yeah,
have
my
also
team,
played
I was like, I have no relics.
very easily
I know
destroyed
Wheelix has
one of
ult.
these two
I
characters.
might die, and they're like, no, you're fine,
Warriors
you're
need
fine,
a
just
tight
stack with
kid
us.
that'll
And I
gain
stacked with
the
them, and then I
one
didn't die, so
pace
that's kind of cool.
for the
Oh
rest of the
my!
set. Neuma as well.
Layers?
Dardas has to use the
Layers
Vegas
pogging?
vote. Still
Pog?
alive, but the Titan doing
Pog?
massive damage.
Layers?
Finds the first.
Pog?
Neuma burning away the body.
Oh!
It's a double kill from Layers. Layers has got out 3. The game goes on. 29 minutes in.
What?
It's a deicide delayed for the Solar Scarab.
Layers
comes
literally
up big.
doesn't even care.
Look at that Titan, though.
It's
It is
just
so
another
dead.
day
You
in
have
the
to
office
be-
for
Someone breathe
Layers,
on it.
man.
I need to see ward coverage on the
Layers
edge of every
literally
single Phoenix and
stoned
anywhere in the
face.
jungle.
He doesn't
Anywhere
even know what he
because
just
of
did,
base
man.
Right now, if you are
Like,
the Warriors, the Scarabs need to
Layers
take down
is literally
some
so
lead. They're
relaxed
definitely
right now.
worried about it, but they're in a good spot.
Look at
Look,
the
30
Scarabs
seconds
getting
left.
I think that was kind of troll by
The
Warriors.
Scarabs, at minimum, they could try to knock down a Phoenix, but
Okay,
worst case
Warriors?
scenario is a free
Okay.
Fire Giant, right?
Warriors do kind of do that in scrims all the time. They just troll their
This is where
ends.
The Warriors have to be careful. If you
They've
lose
done that to
Cubo
us
or
so many
Nika,
times in
then you're
scrims.
just fighting this perpetually staggered out fight where half your team
They
is
literally
respawning, half of
always
your
do
team
that,
is
man.
alive.
It's so
So
troll.
the Solar Scarabs are going to work in, grab
Really
the mid
pick.
lane Phoenix. I think smart to back away. And the shot calling on point here for the Scarabs. They'll get the
Yeah, I'm
mid
pretty
lane.
sure Circuit can
Phoenix,
end with a
Nika
Pridman
just
proc.
seeing if a lazy back is afoot. It is not, but this is where you have to be careful, Gore. The only Warriors can just storm down the mid lane, maybe take a fight. They don't even need a fight. They could just find their way
Oh?
in.
What is
onto
this
the Titan,
fight?
Maybe get it done that way.
We're taking the fight to them, so they can't backdoor.
That it was mid-Phoenix.
Oh, that
Now they're getting
Sunder
these
is so
shots.
lame,
They're gonna get
bro.
pulled. He has to ult just to stay alive.
Zap didn't have
Ripping
BT
through
pads.
layers.
Layers half HP
Oh.
with the piercing moonlight has found Nika, but I'm not sure that's the target you want. But Dardes
Oh, no.
sure is.
Oh,
BaRRaCCuDDa
wait,
gets
where's
that kill.
Steven?
Nika will pick up one out of the Miracle Man Layers, and it's a
Oh, we're
1-for-1
winning the fight.
trade mid for jungle, but it could get
We win the
worse
game.
as Neil caught in between.
We win the game.
I think this is a good
Look
trade
at
for him. They
Vayne's
can
now.
continue getting aggressive. The backs that are coming off, this is what
I can't believe they lost that
Nika's
fight.
Still alive. Look, Nika's 8-2-9. Even ignoring Vote and Cuvo, I'm afraid of him. He is an individual raid boss. That was such an important pick for them to get around that mid-tier 2 line.
Dude, if Cubo... Wait.
To really,
Actually,
really control
Cubo...
the pace of the game here. And I think that's something
If
that the
Cubo
Scarabs
literally
have to do.
ran
Nika's
just
presence alone
beeline
is
down to their
I think
Titan,
you add Vote and
I
Cubo
think he just
together,
ends the
and
game, right?
this feels like it'd be much more comfortable even going for a fire
Like, if
giant
his
stuff for
team
Layers,
plays
if
to
it's
delay
around
backs,
Zap,
not to, like,
that's
full
where it's
engage,
key.
Cubo literally just runs down and ends the game. Oh, he's threatening it. But he showed on the wave. Wait, maybe he's baiting it?
Now it's Enhanced Fire Giant started up here for the
We gotta
Solar
get it.
Scarabs and secured by the Solar Scarabs. Cubo Fred was working over to the left, considered maybe walking in towards the Solar Scarabs base.
Could Cubo have ended if he just beelined down? I'm pretty sure he could have.
An overstatement there. The one ward that the
Wait, can you
Warriors
ult
have
Titan?
in the Scarabs base does end up falling.
You can ult
here.
Titan, right, as Circuit?
Phoenix 3/4 of the way from respawning in mid. So the Titan
Wait, he has Runic
gains
Shield?
a bit of health over time once that one comes on back.
You can't
And I-
ult Titan?
That's what you have to do,
Oh.
right? You're so often, you know, I'm playing a ranked game, whatever it is, or
Wait, why
Titan
can't
guys,
you?
You get a defense, and then you just sit in your base and wait. But at that point, the enemy team can just
Why
walk in
can't
and
you?
do the damage to your Titan. You have to
Yeah.
take these fights outside of your base, right? And the Solar Scarabs dial that up to 10. They take the fight in the Oni Warriors side of the map. And
It's
grab
a
themselves an
structure?
Enhanced Fire Giant. And that'll buy the time for this Phoenix to respawn.
Titan's a
Have some
structure?
breath, But Gore, now you have to worry if you're the Oni Warriors. The Phoenix is respawned here soon in the mid lane for the Solar Scarabs.
Titan counts
You
as
got one
structure
down in your own
damage?
Mid lane. You got 2 tier 2s remaining on left and right. The Solar Scarabs got 3 minutes or so with this Enhanced Fire Giant.
This is where things get really awkward. Like you said, now that Phoenix is respawned, you can kind of let out. If you were holding your breath for the Scarabs, you let out a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit, because that Titan's going to be able to regen. The same thing for that Phoenix. The other benefit here is the fact that it's an EFG, right? They don't have to worry about their minions anymore. They don't have to care about where they are on the map. They've got the backdoor protection.
But you can't really toss a minion into it.
So a lot easier to knock down towers and towers and phoenixes, I should say. But you have to be worried, and it's going to strip some of their vision qualities.
So if you drag a minion into fire, into Titan, hey, Luna.
They can run down to the Titan, but now that it's started to
can Sir Kettle damage it?
Is a lot more dangerous to make. It could have been made in the last 2 minutes or so, but now you have to go for a defense. You have to be worried because the Scarabs, one good
like you ult a minion and throw it into the Titan, does it spread? Wait, why does it spread if you can't ult the Titan to begin with? Wait, what is that logic?
Ready to go for all the front.
Wait, that literally doesn't make sense.
Keeping them out of usable territory. Slowly but surely, this Phoenix going down, and it will go down. And now SOT.
Okay, that literally doesn't make sense, chat.
Dardes rick-tided back in by inbound. Both actives used, but there's a stun remaining on the back end, and here come the Solar Scarabs into the Titan room and out of the Titan room. Just for now, they'll delay the end.
Good night, Destiny.
You have to look. They just got their fire minions with them.
Wait, right? You guys are on me with that, like that.
The Titan is going
wait,
down
we're ending?
So fast.
We're ending? We're trolling? Are we ending?
Miracle here. Votes found one. Neomoth's got another. Is the damage a headshot? Are you kidding me? Now the Oni Warriors survive. They've got a deicide minute on the death timers, and they can go down the mid lane. What the hell is going on, Gore? What is happening?
I mean, like, this is one of those moments. Now you just run it straight down mid. There's a weakened Phoenix there. You knock it down. That Titan, it's gone back up to 3/4 health. You have to stay.
I thought we were ending.
And you have to do it fast. I mean, 30 seconds left. There's still plenty of time to work with here for the Warriors.
Yeah, Saul didn't hit the Titan and zapped it and ulted.
I'm gonna need to watch that defense again in slow-mo. I literally cannot tell you what happened.
Wait, they trolled, right? They 100% trolled.
I obviously couldn't either.
What is that?
Look at, I mean, there's no
what is this game? This is the sloppiest game, dog. I don't even know. Is this hype or just sloppy?
To win, and it's scary proposition.
Oh no, that's so weird.
That game on the side of the Scarabs, and each one of them felt worse than the one before. Unfortunate for them, but what a defense! Ignore all the other replays. I just want that in slow motion.
I'm so confused. What happened? I literally looked away
where the crucial
and yelled at chat about something.
If someone, look, you watch it back.
What is
someone on the Scarabs?
That was the most Fiesta game.
If it's onto a player,
I know.
Probably this year in SPL.
The win there and the loss.
Look,
well, Jawa 6 to the 41.
I openly admit that in big fights like that, I'm at kind of a loss.
So
that was just a complete cluster. Everyone pouring literally everything they had into the Titan there.
Just
I'm like, all right.
So confusing,
see how
man.
far it gets down.
I've got one more nugget for you before we go back, because the desk can harp on this a little bit more. The last time these two teams played, the Warriors won 2-0. 2 of the 3 wins that the Warriors have gotten at all this year.
So weird.
It was a 2-0 win against the Scarabs, and that's something the Scarabs are going to have to be worried about going into game number 2.
Well, like Dark Side 6 to the 14, man.
300%.
At the end of the day, yeah, we beat the Leviathans 2-1.
Probably drained out, but it's the Oni Warriors who come out on top after a chaotic game number 1. Here's to hoping game 2 is just as
Warriors fighting that fire giant, or like fighting solo side when Zap's respawning is troll.
Look, every single year, playing ranked in the SPL now?
Like Zero Careless the 2, man. Aggro's intro there. I'm just like,
they're gonna need the best gear they can get their hands on.
Aggro walking on like this is a furniture act.
Is Alienware. Yeah, that Alienware.
He's there walking through the furniture store. Welcome to Bailey Home Furnishings. Here today, I'm talking to you guys about this great queen mattress sale that we have going on. $300 off these mattresses, and he just keeps walking through the store. Also, chairs on sale. $349 off these chairs. Love seats on sale too. He's literally a furniture salesman. Hey, yeah, he's literally selling something right now. Hey, that's me! I'm selling something. God, I'm so proud of myself. Yo, that's good to be 2 subs. 2 R's? Wait, yeah. 2 R's, 2 C's, 2 D's, 2 subs. Thanks, man. Why is Zap not beadsing? I don't know, man. Why is Zap selling furniture?
And
Wait, no. Why is Acro selling?
I've never had more than 16 gigs.
Zap would be a good furniture seller.
And one of the hottest commodities in the PC world, an NVIDIA GeForce 3090 graphics card.
Insane how much better this is than what I have.
The best graphics you really need, Ultra.
This is why no team bans. But, well,
What's
this.
the point of all the power if you can't see it?
Wait, just because they threw a game doesn't mean that's why no team bans your mojo. What? What is?
Man,
What is that
when I
logic?
load into scrims with this bad boy, I'm gonna feed so hard, and it's gonna be in perfect picture quality. We are so excited to be partnering with Alienware for Season 8 of the Smite Pro League. And the
You're
best
telling
part
me an
is,
alien
this
wore this?
VIP treatment
This is a quality
is not
line.
just for the pros. You too can get the best possible Smite experience. Just go to smitegame.com/alienware and use code SMITEAW to get special discounts on some of Alienware's best products.
Levico?
Thanks again to Alienware. Make sure you're following them on Twitter and Instagram. That's @Alienware on both platforms. And you can join their community.
Dude, I'm excited to watch more of these games because they're just straight fiestas. We're literally having a party right now. It's a smoothie cup, man.
I mean, most of the relics.
Gotta slow it down.
Even going for a fire giant, it would suck. One good fight, they win.
The HP bar.
Like, this is one of those moments. Now you just run it straight down mid. There's a weakened Phoenix there. You knock it.
Are you kidding me? Now the Oni Warriors survive. They've got a deicide.
They're going back in, Dave. They're going back in, Dave.
Keeping them out of usable territory. Slowly but surely, this Phoenix going down, and it will go down. And now SOT finds the backline. Dardes rip-tied it back in by inbound. Both actives used, but there's a stun remaining on the back end, and here come the...
Okay, so we emoji ult. We have no ults.
Into the Titan room and out of the
Ron doesn't have his
Just for
stance
now,
swap
they'll
yet.
delay
Are we
the
just
end.
waiting? Wait, now we're ending? You what?
But you have to
Okay, so we backed off. And now we're screaming end?
They just got their fire minions with them.
Okay, Zap doesn't press a button.
They're going
here.
back in, Dave. They want to win.
Okay. Oh, this Ryzen ult right here, bro. Holy. Goodness gracious. Way to
Oh, the
line up
Titan
for that.
going down.
Holy. You line up for the serve ult
Fast, all
too.
eyes on the Titan.
Zap dives with both relics.
The Oni Warriors need a miracle.
And then Sot does What?
Keeping them out of usable territory. Slowly but surely, this Phoenix
You
going down.
what?
And down, and now SOT
Bro.
finds the backline. Dardes rip-tied it back in by inbound. Both
Zap kind of got deleted? Yeah, that's what your relics are. Stop you getting deleted.
actives used, but
That's literally what they made relics
there's a
for.
stun remaining on the back end, and here come the Solar Scarabs into the Titan room and
That's kind of
out
funny.
of the Titan room. Just for now, they'll delay the end.
I mean, that's about as troll as
But
me
you have to
ulting
look,
that fire
They just got
giant.
their fire minions with them. They're going back in, Dave. They want to win.
I mean, it's because they get, like,
Titan, it's go-
we literally full line up for the Ryzen ult here. no one goes on Horizon,
so fast, all eyes
and then we
on the
try to
Titan.
commit.
The only Warriors need a miracle here. Votes
I don't know if
fast.
that actually had any buttons for the Titan, to be fair. Can we see health anywhere?
One. Neomoth's got another. Is the damage? What?
Yeah, that should have been a game end, bro. That is troll. That is
Man,
so
at the end
troll.
of that, both relics still available and ultimate up as well. Gotta think
Super troll.
just one of those might have been able to change how this game.
Ron went back to the wave?
Yeah, it's a shame.
I mean, that looked like a full calm diff. Like, it literally looked like we're not ending here, right? So BaRRaCCuDDa walks away, and then Sot's like, we're ending here. And then Sot starts tanking the Titan. Also, if they just started tanking it right when Umoja ulted and didn't reset it, they literally paused for 3 seconds, reset the Titan, BaRRaCCuDDa backs up, and then they re-aggro Titan. Like,
where is he?
There by Dardes. Yeah.
like
gone
if
quickly.
they just all in
This Raijin
Titan,
pick
like,
looks really good. That, I mean, Dardes plays that about as clean as humanly possible. And
That was
still,
just
it
troll.
was barely enough in order for the Warriors to pull it out.
But the Warriors had more than one opportunity to work their way into the Titan room. But Hindu Man came backstage yelling, top of his lungs, saying, wait, couldn't Cubo have just ended when the Solar Scarabs pulled the Fire Giant? So there are plenty of opportunities to at least attempt ends across the board. A bit of a sloppy match for both teams, but still, at the end of the day, an incredibly enjoyable.
if they hit the Titan win inbound ulted,
Damage there.
they literally walked away. And then re-aggroed it 3 seconds later. If those 3 seconds were DPSing the Titan instead, they literally end the game.
These are tough though, Miff. I mean, where you feel like you should have won.
Like, yeah,
maybe
so many
twice
things
if you're the
wrong. So
Scarabs,
many
or
things
maybe
weird.
extra early.
I mean,
there if you're the
that game was
Warriors
just sloppy,
to be able
bro.
to bounce back mentally.
Across
I
the
will
board,
say,
that game
if
was
there's a
just
team that
sloppy.
I think could probably do it. It's likely the Scarabs. They've looked unflappable.
But yeah, it's definitely not BaRRaCCuDda's fault. There's
Nothing
no way.
shakes these guys. And if you wanna
There's
go
literally
all
no
the
way
back to how that game started,
that
BaRRaCCuDda
BaRRaCCuDda, that his team said we end the game or we end the game here, and BaRRaCCuDda's walking away to the Phoenix.
Defenses as well as Fire Giant.
There's literally no way that
One back around.
is
And
a
then the
thing.
Scarabs are back in control. And
They're
the
literally
Warriors
just
back in
like
control. I mean,
panic
truthfully,
called end the
I don't
game
think
in the
any
game.
Smite game has
I mean, they also
ever
could have literally
perfectly
just
embodied the phrase.
yeah, they
"Give
could have
me
done
the
literally
rose" than
anything.
that one.
There's 20 ways they
Definitely back
end
and
the
forth.
game there, and they
Both teams
decided
now
like
need
to
to
do the
reset.
one that doesn't end the game.
Get in the right mindset.
That was
Game
not
number
BaRRaCCuDda's
two,
fault
because
at all.
These are
At
high-stakes
all.
games now in the group if you want to move on to that phase.
They
of the
literally just like
playoffs. Of
panic
course,
made a
only
call,
one
I
team
think,
from each
based
group
off of
does
like their
not get to
positioning.
go. So you have to find your wins pretty quickly here. You know that the Scarabs are going to have to try and bounce back after that one. Overall, I think that when we're looking at the picks that worked well, the Cerberus for Neil looked good. Obviously, Nika looked fantastic on that King Arthur, but that should be no surprise.
Whose fault is it?
Dardes quite a bit more on
Incon.
the Raijin than I've liked on
Incon's
some of his
fault.
other picks as of late.
Yeah, I think getting Dardes on
Or
that
Weaken.
Raijin should be a priority play for the
Actually, yeah,
Warriors here
probably
in
Weaken.
PCBs, but just going broad scale, I don't think either team really.
It's
needs
always
to
Weaken's
make
fault.
Broad
Every time his
statements
team
to their
loses,
draft,
it's always
both
Weaken's fault,
teams
regardless of how he did.
to win game one. Instead,
Literally
maybe
just
emphasize
always
being a
Weaken's
little bit
fault.
More comfortable a pick.
Regardless of his
That man
performance,
who
if he popped off, if he
even
fed,
then played
literally
perfectly
always
up
Weaken's
until
fault.
that very last second of the match. So maybe I just stick to my guns. Yeah, just run it back. Run back the exact same drafts and give us that exact same game again.
Well, it's Athena and Nemesis, the first
We
two
hate
bans
Kurt.
by the Solar Scarabs. That seems pretty familiar to me. Tiamat, the ban by the Oni Warriors. Again, kind of sticking to the script as both teams are just running back these bans thus far. See if the Oni Warriors want to switch it up. The game was so back and forth. I'm having trouble just remembering what we saw in the picks and bans because it was so wild in that last one. But Umoja rings true as that pick back here for Bobby.
Man, they are
That was such a
just
mess.
zooming through these P's and B's, aren't they? It seems like both the Scarabs and the Warriors are saying,
Dude,
yeah,
every
the
time we
draft
can
works,
miss the
the draft
Thor ult.
straight up works, so might as well keep it
Any
going.
other
Here's
Thor in the
first
SPL?
adaptation. Chiron locked in on the side of the Oni Warriors.
No
It's a
one,
little
or
bit
not a
more
lot of people
aggressive,
talk trash. Every time we can miss a Thor ult,
especially around
whole
that level
chat.
5 point.
literally the
The
whole
Scarabs
chat.
hoping to go back exactly to
Blowing
what they
up.
had before.
Yeah, right back to it. Kakullan Merlin, they're sticking to it.
But also, it's kind of the same thing with me and Zap. Anytime me and Zap misplay, whole chat
Warriors do
blowing
indeed
up.
stick with that Circuit
Just
pickup
to
for Cubo Fred. Not a lot of
antagonize
plans
our
from that team
fans.
for Fred, but that's not really.
And then our fans like pop out like a pack of wolves
finding that
together,
one bit of damage, that one
launching
finish off a kill,
out of the
or
den.
facilitating the rest of your team, or controlling the farm throughout the early circuit. Not really one for taking those late game team fights, that AoE damage that is afforded by certain other junglers, similar to Tsukiyomi. So I think that this pick is going to fit Cubo very well. He was able to find those picks, that proactive style throughout the early
Next to the
game
Titan
one,
stuff was harder than
might
the
as well go
Leviathans?
back
Yeah,
down in game
I'd
two.
agree.
Well, was the Heimdall ban in that slot for the Oni Warriors, but remember, Vote had picked on her in the spot where he picked Chiron, so he switches it up.
I mean, the
They
Chiron
ban
buffs
away
are pretty
the
good
god,
because the
he ends up
ADCs that
going
countered
with
Chiron
in that on her. So
now can't
Heimdall
kill
is
him the
open.
same
We've
ways that
highlighted
they used to be
pick
able
quite a
to.
bit for Zapman during this season, and he's got the option to go back to it if he so chooses.
They buffed his
So
passive a
Scarabs
bit,
goes with the
Ipolo,
full
and
5-on-5
his 3 is now
run back,
knock-up immune.
and they'll do
Cupid.
neither. It is the Cupid this time around for Zap.
Alright, Steven.
A little surprise.
What are we building here? We're
Vincent.
going
I don't know how
Bluestone
much I like
Trans?
the Cupid Chiron matchup. Feel like you should
Going
be able to
Gilded?
cleanse
We're going a little
that Heart
Cowl?
Bomb and the Mez.
Probably
right
not
before it
Destal.
pops up. I think this should be a pretty positive
Zap
matchup for Chiron,
Aegis,
if I had to
weaken
guess.
ult. What's your special thing that everyone dogpiles on you
Chiron, but
for?
it brings a little bit more sustain into the team
Probably
fight.
not when I get hit by Janus
Have
ult, so
some
that's more
decent
like
targets for your
comedic
ultimate
effect.
Besides Chiron, Serket, that cripple field is going to be very hard for her to deal with. Cerberus as well. But now, a swift adaptation from the Oni Warriors.
know.
Yeah, that no play
Probably
zone,
just
the
picking
field
Jing
along,
Wei
yeah,
for
doesn't
the
matter.
90th
Ra
game.
Has slow immunity and additional movement speed from his passive. Should be able to ignore that one relatively easily. This is the first time we've seen Cupid here in Season 8, I believe. But Zapman is one to play.
Oh,
with
bad
the
drafts.
Hunters.
True. No, it's bad drafts. 100%, 100% bad
Could be the
drafts.
case. He pulled out the Hachiman
100%
yesterday, so
bad
we know
drafts.
he's willing to
Bears
dive pretty
teams
deep
always have
into the
draft
god pool.
issues.
I like the Raw up against the Cupid, but in
Regardless
general,
of how the
I
game
thought
goes,
Raijin was exactly what
it's
they wanted.
always
Raijin was jumping
a
inconsistently,
bad
being
draft.
aggressive. That's when he's at his best.
We could...
Rod, a little bit harder to do that on.
Okay, we could draft one
But he
thing,
does have
enemy
decent
team
speed
drafts
that
another
makes sure
thing,
the Searing Pain is able to ring
and then the next game, if we literally copied their draft, and they copied our draft would still be bad. Every time, regardless of what it is, it's always a bad draft.
With that insane cannon, that
Actually, I don't know if I
artillery
still
strike
have
is
that
Rod's
stigma.
tried and true combo.
But
And it's
people
gonna help him match
don't
up
like
a
to
little bit
blame
because
other
it's
things, they
sustained
literally just like to
requirements as well.
blame draft.
Was elongating those team fights around the Gold Fury and the Fire Giant for the Scarabs. Now the Warriors can
You
do
feel
the
like
same
the
thing
high
with
of
Raw.
being Leviathans will badly
I thought
affect your
he
next
found out
games.
pretty
That's a
solid
troll,
goal
right?
Emoja on the fight where they
That's a
cracked the
troll.
base and nearly end the game. Thought he did a very good job of harassing
Wait.
Gardez with those portals. We'll see if he's able to run
That's
back
the
here on this
one-
Emoja. I think
Congrats on
that
the huge win today.
That's from that guy that was like, do you feel like the high from being the Dragons
affects
affected you in the
It's a
King
little bit
set?
interesting. We'll see if it pays off here. The Scarabs looking to bounce.
Yeah, I remember that. Well, my cookie named Joe, thanks to the forward, man.
Game 1 had me sounding like Donnie.
Not to sound like a
Thornberry
reporter,
by the
but
end
how
of
does
all
it
the
feel
tight
like-
defenses that we had
How does it
going
feel
on.
like-
My name is Dolson Gourmeiser.
How does it feel to be likely the best team
with
again?
us
Pretty
at
good.
least once more for game number
Pretty
2
good, man.
between the Solar
Once
Scarabs
I wake up,
and
we'll
the
pop off.
Warriors. Some
I'm
pivots
still
here. Gourmeiser Baranek's gonna
in
sit
my
with
nice
Merlin
little
Bernardes.
ADC coma
Different
right
things there
now.
out of the mid lane, and Raijin
But my antibiotics
seemed
wear off
necessary, didn't it, there in game
Wednesday
1? He
of
felt that
next
Gardez
week.
was being dove by the front line
So
of
that
the
means
Solar
by
Scarabs.
SPL next week,
There's
I'll be
gonna
awake.
something a little less mobile against the
Which is
exact
pretty
same
pog.
line.
I cannot wait to be
Yeah,
awake.
I'm really excited to see it, but like you said, a little less mobile.
I literally
in terms
cannot
of
wait to be awake, man.
immediate disengage.
I
The
forgot what it's
dash
like to be
speed,
aware of your
Yes,
A
surroundings.
lot of movement speed. What I think it's up to.
Hey, why didn't Zap
80% as well as slow
auto
moving
one?
baked into the kit there. So
He held his one for a bit and hit the
difficult to lock
other
him
group.
down while you you don't have a wall.
Or we'll go
too
Bluestone
often
Trans.
down
Wait,
when those
what are you guys
other
doing?
people might be able to find
We
one.
really weren't Bluestone Hunters last game, and now we are Bluestone
Damage is
Hunters?
gonna be a little more ridiculous to deal with. I think Raijin does
What's
a
wrong
lot.
with these
I
Space
think
Cadets?
Ra can just
Zap has a
supply
stun?
so much more and already available.
Oh, Steven.
Zapman and Vote both reached
Oh?
2, so some
Oh.
poking going on over there in duo. We saw
Those are gonna
pretty
change for the
absurd
next
2v2
patch?
early on there in game
I don't
number
know, what's the
1.
next patch?
And
I haven't even read the next patch.
Vote grabbed first blood. And almost wild to think about that early on in game 1, huh? Where then 20, 30 minutes later, all the chaos that happened.
Wait, what's the next patch?
Was so long ago, but
Isn't the issue that you're awake too much right now?
Lane to find a kill, but instead
True.
it's Solo Lane that finds a
Did Solo die for
kill
Totem?
at
No.
Vika.
Yeah, never mind, Totem's
With
still
a
up.
solo kill on the King
Just
Arthur.
a
That is a scary,
Straight up solo kill over
scary
there. A little
thought. I don't wanna
unlucky.
think about this King Arthur getting off to any sort of good start.
I can't believe he
after
built
what Nika did
Bluestone
there
on
in game
Cupid.
1.
Doesn't he
There
know
was a
that
good
Bluestone
portion of
interrupts the
fight in
Mesmerize
game
from
one.
his
The only
ult?
reason the Warriors were still
What
in
is
it
that
was
man
strictly
doing?
because Nika Nika and this King Arthur.
Hello?
Getting first blood, he's getting a small
Zap
lead,
Man?
he's getting some experience. This is not the way you wanted to go. I mean, Mifflin
What is he
seemed,
doing?
like exasperated, flabbergasted. Any other words you can throw out?
Wait, what's the trans cost decrease?
Favor of Nika here. And I think that's something they've got to be pretty
Evo
confident
is good at
of here on the
juking.
Scarabs. That's something you're going to have to control.
So strange
I
build
think
tilts,
now
yeah, it
even
does.
more so, right? Like, from just game 1, the performance that King Arthur
Plus
had,
the current Atlantis buff. Atlantis buff is literally... That's a trash item unless they give it more percent pin.
Gold Fury, he was like,
And what's the
$80
XE nerf?
something at
150
solo
gold is a
1 point.
lot.
He did a ton. Now he's got
Less
first
than
blood on you.
Gauntlet?
I think that there's going to be a little bit more focus from
Wait,
players
what?
on that side.
Trans
of the
costs
map.
less than
Maybe
Gauntlet?
some over there on the other side to isolate
How much
that
is-
Chiron, because it did feel a lot
how much
like
does Evos cost?
Kind of pulled everything together, and while they had a string between them that was tight, everything hung on those two.
Oh, it's
having
2300.
performance. I think that's exactly where
Devo's not 2300?
kind of focus from the Scarabs should be. I like that.
That's not less than
I don't
Devos.
know if it's going to be an early gank, but I think this right side of the map is going to need not even help. I think SOT can hold his own.
I did
but
win
think that they're going to need to
a
look at
soul
shutting
game.
down Nika.
Well, SOT did hold his own in game 1 under the same type of pressure that Nika was providing on that King Arthur. There were plenty of times where
It's 600 then 1700, so that would be 2300.
Like SOT was in a little bit of trouble, but was able to avoid any of the solo kills there in game 1. Took some rotating in that
Wait,
gave SOT a start
650.
to what was Gore.
Oh, 600.
Game. This Cullen able to
How much does Devos
match
cost?
up somewhat to the pressure that Nika was outputting on that King Arthur. So the Cullen certainly looking good for SOT if he's able to maintain pace. Oni Warriors find pressure over in duo, and that means
Is it not 600?
here. That's an easy free purple buff drop down.
You guys can't mess with me right now, man.
I really like the fact that
1 billion Devos for 9 years?
majority
Yeah.
of the Scarabs is the same comp though, because they
And?
have such good control over a lot of it. Granted, there were some fights after a miss.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said 600 and 1700, and chat's like, no, it's 650. And someone said it was like 2550 per Devos.
Really meticulously played by them. And
Yeah, you guys are just as tired as I am.
good with every opening they use.
I can't even tell who's
utilize.
trolling in chat.
So I
Wait,
like
get the
fact that
totems!
They've gone back
Oh.
to most of the same because they won
Perfectly
the
calculated
majority
by
of the beginning
Sot.
of the game with this composition.
What a
I'm
play.
curious about the
Okay,
but I think Zap,
real
especially
quick,
because of his
chat.
tenure at this point, I'm
Real
gonna have to
quick.
give him a lot
I
of
got something to
credit.
talk
Throws a
with you
lot of
guys about.
counters. When one hunter is good,
Are you
usually
ready?
there's another hunter that can rise to the occasion and meet them. We've seen it across the years. Like, there used to be a triangle. I can't even remember who beats who, but there's Xbalanque, Cupid, and Artemis, and they each beat each other, and that was like the triangle. And then one got buffed and one got nerfed, and all of a sudden they all.
Chat, no
fell
one
apart
said
and
you're
things like
ready.
that.
I'm just
So
waiting.
I'm gonna keep my eye on this duo lane because Chiron has been
No one's ready?
a tough cookie to crack. But I think that Zap's gonna. If someone's gonna do it, I think Zap's gonna be the player too.
Spill the beans? Okay.
Zap had his moments.
Solo laners are the most
on something
beta
as safe as
players
the
in the
way,
game.
and you rotate over to the Cupid here, has the dash
Do you
to
see
stay
their
alive, do
builds
his
right now, dude?
provides some self-peel.
Literally so
A
beta.
little less safe though.
So beta. Tank boots in solo is the most beta thing I've ever
An
seen.
interesting matchup in the mid lane as well here, Gore. We talked about
That should not be the meta.
raw pickup a little bit in the sense
Right?
of dissonance,
Literally so
self-disengage.
beta.
Movement speed would be very helpful in that regard. I'll hold
It's
my
so
thoughts
beta.
down.
Yeah, Haddox is a
Sounds like
beta.
Fred and the bead stripped away.
Like, Tank Boots is so beta. It's so lame. You can't kill each other. You're literally over there handshaking the other solo laner like, okay, no more deaths anymore.
I mean,
And then you're just farming damage on each other, trying to out-damage them and look good in post-game. It's literally... Sap, come on.
The difference is that this time they're being forced to use them because look at the aggression. The Warriors, they're in the red buff, they're in the purple buff. They are making you
I actually thought Zap was going to
take
die for that.
decisions in fights you might not want to if you're the Scarabs.
The problem with those buffs is they're on the left-hand side of the map, and because of that,
I genuinely thought Zap was going to die for that. They should play Yorm? Agreed. Full offense Yorm is a thing. Oh?
Here with SOT, so that's exactly what the solo laner needed here. Zapman dashes away. As Neilma works in. Cerberus picked.
Well, now they don't even walk past each other anymore, Doc. They literally just slap fight each other. If you go Gaia after Tank Boots, you can't die. Look at this. It doesn't even matter.
I like The only warrior support going for that pick.
I mean, Nika's kind of a beta for ulting away there. I mean, but we already know he's a beta because he has tank boots. Look at this. It's literally a slap fight. Sot's beating with tank boots. Like,
works his way back.
He literally has tank boots, so he can't die.
It's SOT is 2v1 to Nika. Blinks right back through. No one grabs it.
Nika's such a beta for not committing to that kill on Sot. They're just okay.
He will not, and somehow
literally the most beta role in Smite right now.
You're wasting 2 people's time for 1.
Literally the most beta role.
This call from inbound with the minions here, you're gonna force Nika into an awkward
Only if you go tank boots. If you go warrior boots, you're an alpha. If you go tank boots, you're a beta.
Unfortunately, the Moonstrike just off the mark there. Maybe could have opened up the door in a conversation for another kill. But I like the fact that he at least keeps Nika occupied there.
Okay, you're almost super OP when Voidstone had flat pin on it.
Nika trouble because they really need to slow him down.
Wait. Is he not maxing his 1?
Again from the Oni Warriors, the pressure has been on these left side jungle camps, and that'll continue here.
Is Neela 2 maxer? Wait, do you max her 2?
Down to half HP. Is that stolen away? Nobody came in.
You go Talaria? If you go Talaria, you're literally trolling because those boots are awful.
Stolen that one away if BaRRaCCuDDa didn't immediately go and grab it, and that sucks, man. I don't know. I don't have great words for it. You think
what a void? I assume that's what about. If you go tank boots Solid or what's someone calling, you're really a beta.
Feels like it's gonna be
oh, nice, Bobby.
Oh! You've been losing experience. They're getting aggressive on the
oh!
Oh man, Cubo Fred dead to rights there. So much went down. Fields of Love, Rivers Rebuke. No way Cubo survives. BaRRaCCuDDa.
I think votes a 2 maxer.
Here, but the sustain from the Emoja.
They're both going Gaia. They're literally both going Gaia. Look at this. Such a beta roll. Literally such a beta roll. You guys just want to hit each other the whole game, and then we'll both go Gaia and regenerate all the damage that each other's doing to us.
That wave in mid, so not all is lost.
Good timer knowledge on Nika though to be able to get aggressive there. Yep. It's one of those moments if you just peek around the corner and run away,
true.
Then you see blue buff when he walks in, and he just runs off, and eventually
maxing 2 is definitely better on high ping for sure.
So good knowledge on him to make.
Yeah, they're literally both top damage.
Unfortunate overall for SOT.
This is all fake.
Since that first blood,
except for the solo kill.
Been a whole lot going on in the
solo kill's real.
You still think, and this is
solo kill's real.
Game 1, King Arthur
so we'll give him
I'm scared of personally.
600 damage.
I think that the Scarabs are doing a much better job, kind of.
So Nika has 600 damage right now. Sot has 0.
Lead for the Warriors. And something they were able to control and transition.
Oh yeah, she went Rage, Wind Demon with the Bluestone build.
Last time around.
Yeah, that's what I was going anyways.
That being said, they got a really early
pretty sure it's better
giant,
than going Kins.
It was a 17-minute, 17:30 Fire Giant for the Scarabs. Unless something absolutely crazy happens this game.
Can't see damage because your highest dono?
Oh. Fire Giant, because that's sub 10 minutes from now. That feels way too soon for a Fire Giant. Maybe something around the Gold Fury.
Is that better?
It's a greater Scorpion, not the full-on Fury just yet, so nothing to die over here.
Therapy session? I need sleep. If I could just have a nice little sleep session, that'd be great. Don't know go for the water bill? Not a bad idea. Chat. $240 or
suppose it works doubly with Raw and
or I don't know what's gonna happen.
Good, like you got some good synergy there out of the mid lane.
$240 or
stacks.
I need help, bro.
Here 9.5 minutes in.
I need help, bro. Or what? What's gonna happen?
I like that Cuvo's been playing a lot more hands-on, more
Can you make it a little
bigger?
Right sure, bud. That's what she said.
Really got to see it, but now he's getting aggressive, and it's good for the Warriors. But it might be too aggressive here now.
Give me a minute. I just flip it upside. Wait.
Oh, piercing moonlight.
Wait, it's the same way upside down.
Right by Cubo Fred, and it's Zapman.
How is that the same way upside?
Grabbing that kill. Now Neoma caught in the River's Rebuke, and Inbound will find the second of this fight in an immediate disengage. From the Solar Scarabs, you've got 2 kills by this Gold Fury.
How is it the same way every way?
But the confidence not there to go for the Gold Fury just yet.
It's just odd enough, and honestly, it's just Raw enough, right? That they're going to have to be worried about it, because Raw. That was what I was going to talk about. I guess just the outright damage potential he has.
Bro, didn't I have a good idea after game 2 for picks and bans?
Brings to the table. Merlin is good at burning things.
I need a compliment, bro. Can you give me a compliment?
As, you know, secure oriented as things like Ra, Scylla, etc., etc.
Bro, feed me.
Raijin does a lot of damage. He's good in the team fights.
Oh my gosh, so much real damage over here. Oh yeah, jump on him. Oh yeah, slap each other.
And that, I think, is something
Yes. Turn around, Nika.
no matter when they get aggressive, like you said, there was 2 kills there.
Covers half the relics, he won't use them. Oh, they're hitting each other. Yes, keep hitting each other. Yes, ult the wave. Yes, poke him. Yes, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Now just heal everything up, Nika, because you have Gaia. And then start slapping each other again.
Small, 300-400 in the XP department, so nothing to write home about entirely just yet. You're talking a level or 2. But really what's keeping that in balance is...
Wait, was that game 3, Rogue? Yeah.
So a lot of the XP,
I remember saying literally no shot.
in that regard, so outside of jungle.
Yeah, keep slapping each other. Oh no, you're getting ganked, Nika. Spin away! Yeah, spin away! Perfectly played, Nika. Nice. You were almost dead there. Wow, now we're losing a gold for you because we decided to gank a Gaia. Wait, we're not losing gold. Are we losing? Are we full committing, boys? We're full committing. Neil's trading his life.
Down and the Oni Warrior snipe down the damage and the Gold Fury falls, but so does Neoma.
That was a Jeff Hindle play right there. Don't worry, guys. I'll die for the objective.
Probably feeling pretty good.
There were so many classic Smite things that just happened. 2 people showed up on right, Warriors get aggressive on Gold Fury. Raw, like, you go in for the Gold Fury,
oh.
You lose your support for it, but it's worthwhile, because guess what? You just
That's why they give Scarabs Mojo, because Bobby can't hit a button.
About 2 of the 4 kills that the Scarabs have picked up, all onto him, which is not bad as a support at the end of the day.
That was a joke, by the way, chat.
That's something to be a little worried about, but he is.
That was a joke. That was a joke. That was a joke. That was a joke. I was literally memeing. That was a joke. Wow, look at the soul layer damage. Hold on, I moved this. Look at this.
Many opportunities. That Fury is the first among many. Next, it's
I'll just put it down here.
Discussions, things like that. But I think there's a little more opening.
I'll put it.
I'm going to keep my eyes open for
the
Scarabs, but slowly the
right
window's
here.
starting to feel closed for them. They're going to be looking
I found a spot.
in the same position with all 12 towers still up on the map. Though.
Look at this. 7,000 each. And then they hit the end of the game.
So it's
and they're like, haha, I out-damaged my carries. Well, yeah, you farmed 10,000 damage in the laning phase. You have tank boots and Gaia.
So far, 0-2 on the Circuit. Inbound getting melted through. Dardes won't find damage.
Oh my gosh, Vote's so good.
Confirms the kill in the mid lane.
Only Vote would hit that shot.
Very low tier 1 tower in mid could be under threat. A little extra sustain from the Ra. I hope this Oni Warriors team walk forward.
BaRRaCCuDDa dead.
Flicker, but now there's no mobility left. Beads and Aegis have to get used. But the pullback.
For some reason, I love watching Merlins die.
You're worried about a 202 Zapman.
It's actually really entertaining watching a Merlin die.
And now I've got to start, like, this is a conversation I didn't want to have, because we've seen the Scarabs in countless tough positions.
Did you guys say it was a good one? Yeah, we beat him 2-1.
We have to talk about mental elasticity, and specifically how bonkers that game was. From our perspective, that's exciting, right? Because
did we lose game 1 or did we win game 1?
Insane Titan defenses. I mean, what do you do? Like, my
I don't
voice
remember.
hurt.
We lost game 1, then we won the next 2. That's right.
But now you're going to be looking at something, and that is, do you and are you capable of bouncing back in that? It feels like the Scarabs are a little more down on themselves.
Yeah, lost my Medusa game. I was a little.
I want the
that's
spot.
Opening up more opportunities for the Warriors. It's again, it's something that it's very easy to put a band-aid on right now. It's very, very small.
Nars Turbo, bro. Thanks so much for the giant $75 dono, man. Good lord. Thank you so much. I was out of nowhere. I thought it was just a sub. I was like looking at chat. I was like, wait, where's the sub at? That's wild, man. Thank you so much for the giant dono. I'm just waiting for it to update. Please update. There we go. The new top donator. I can write your name on my leg if you want. Where do you want me to write your name on my body? Destiny, bring me an expo marker.
Count time and time again now.
You could write it on my face, actually.
How well he can place that, and how good it can be for his team. I think Zap as well with this Fields of Loves has been displacing.
I could write it on my forehead.
And ways to get out of it for the Warriors.
Not encouraging this, Destiny.
Good zones for the Scarabs.
Yep.
It's just making sure all of this kind of stacks up together and becomes
Left side of the neck, right here.
for them overall to open up the door.
I'm back Dogma. Thanks for the 2, baby.
With Dardes and the rest of the Oni Warriors in the mid lane. Now it's River's Rebuke to keep Cubo, Fred, and Nika right where they are, and Zapman with the Fields of Love picks up a kill on the Cubo, Fred, and now Neoma has to use the Stygian Torment.
How are Circuit players dying this much?
Into a little bit of the healing from his
Circuit players suck.
Chases him down, so are Scarabs.
Oh.
I mean, I like the fact that the Scarabs, look, if you're going to put 2 people down,
what?
The jungle and the support are...
Yo, Trev, thank you so much for the $100 dono, man.
Things like that. But they keep getting
what?
Yes, that means that Nika, Dardes vote can still be as monstrous.
Thank you so much for the giant dono. Thank you, Trev.
It's opening up a lot of opportunities.
$100 dono. I gotta stand up.
Ooh,
I'm getting a little woozy. I'm back one-handed band next to the 6. Thank you. Why am I so lightheaded? Am I not breathing? Oh, I have to pee so bad. Oh, welcome back. Wait. Where's my water? There it is.
The shell that is the Warriors. I can go ahead and throw that conversation I had with you earlier out. I think that they've been able to bounce back. They're not in their own heads. They're just looking for the right opportunities.
Thank you, Trev. Thank you. Thank you. You. Uncle Sam wants you. I have to pee so bad. Oh, what a secure. Oh! Oracle spawned and vote got blocked.
But only so far as a double players flies through.
What?
One fury here for the Oni Warriors. Felt maybe
a $240 dono?
Vote as well. Cubo Fred has to blink away from this engagement. You might lose a third.
Melfast, what in the world, man? Are you trolling?
Cubo, he might have brought the Scarabs to
$240 donation?
They're gonna either force you to come into a bad fight, or they're going to kill the Fire Giant. It's a win-win scenario for them, and now they're gonna be able to find a lot of pressure because of it.
Bro, thank you so much for the giant donos, guys. Thank you. $240 dono, man.
Fire Giant sub 20.
Bro.
Would be a far cry from reality, and you're right.
Dude.
This jungle discrepancy is massive, and
that's it. Bring me an expo marker right now. I got so much body space right now to write down these donations. Do we have an expo marker?
A 5-level discrepancy in the jungle ticks over. It's the same level as
I think we do, right?
Part of me is starting to want.
Thank you so much, Melfast. Thank you, man. That is insane, man.
And then Dardes comes.
Want to drop a dono first night Invincible at that time?
I like the fact that
I mean, you found time now, dog. These donations are insane, man. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. You guys are actually amazing. Thank you so much for all the support, man.
Making sure you're not going for something because that snipe from Raw.
Thank you so much, guys. For real, thank you, man.
Difference in jungle that
thank you so much. I am going to drink the rest of this water. I'm going to go pee.
That Cuvo is behind.
Thank you guys so much, man.
Creates a lot more openings for Layers. Layers is able to jump into the back line. And
hold on, I can't drink the water yet. My throat's not cooperating.
Cuvo, if he shows up to the back line, BaRRaCC or Zap can just laugh at him for a little bit and then win a fight and potentially a 1v1. It's going to be.
I'll be right back.
Cuvo has that
don't go anywhere.
It's an CC that comes through. It's definitely going to be troublesome, to say the least.
Pyromancer here for the Solar Scarabs. Will get secured. Dardes smartly holding on to the Searing Pain, not worth using that secure. Look, as much as Cubo Fred's had a difficult game, Neoma has as well. Hasn't the effectiveness of the Cerberus felt like it's shifted from game 1, where in game 1, if Neil was getting pulled in, even by something like that Riptide, it felt like he was fine with it. He'd turn around, throw out a Stygian Torment. This game, it's felt the opposite. Felt like the Cerberus has just been caught out more times than Neil has felt comfortable with. He finds himself 1 level down. Compared to inbound on the Emojos, it was relatively equal impact, maybe you can make the argument, between supports in game 1. It's been lopsided towards inbound, though, here in game 2.
And I really think that a lot of it, like Neil had some good plays early on, stole a couple of red buffs, a few of them from the Scarabs. Even if no one was able to pick them up, it was still a big win for him.
Oh, fancy seeing you here, chat.
Assists total. He hasn't necessarily been able to get
a lot guys.
This would be a good fight if he can, but he just can't live long enough when he gets aggressive.
Oh, I can't.
Inbound is down to half HP.
Wait, who?
Cupid and some of the emoji healing as well. Inbound will be able to stick around under this tier 2 tower. This is the risk-reward scenario that cost the Scarabs a bit there in game 1, right? They stuck around under a tier 2 and then pushed forward under a Phoenix. So if you get this tier 2...
Oh no. I think you got baited, Axion. Oh no. Axion.
Fred still 5 levels down. His counterpart in layers looking like he'll be the first in the game to reach level 20.
Oh no.
On the end of this fight, where did Zapman's health bar go? My God!
I think you got baited.
Darda snipe him down. The opening kill for the Oni Warriors under the tier 2 tower. And this
oh
is a
no, guys.
SOT with 4 or 5 members of the Oni Warriors chasing him down.
Look, it doesn't matter how far behind you are. All you need is an open look.
You almost regret it.
Oh, in that scenario, if he had been able to grab
why do you almost regret it?
Member of the Scarabs there.
I have a soul pick. My team wouldn't let me pick it. They forced me to pick Chiron.
Win off that. Fire Giant's still something they have to be worried about.
Don't regret it, Trev.
Warriors could start up. It's dangerous.
Don't have. Is it buyer's remorse? Is that what that is?
This is a good fight for the Scarabs.
It's buyer's remorse, right?
They have Ra, the Oni Warriors do. But Neil is so low here. Nika is not so low here. Layers has to use the Aegis.
Wait, is that a real person, man?
But it might send him off towards Neil, but he won't get the chance. Vote has his second kill in the span of a minute or two here, and the Oni Warriors push back.
That's not a real person, right? It's a little bit.
No matter.
Right.
Now it's the second time in 2 game score where it feels like maybe the Scarabs have overstayed around one of these early game objectives.
Well, that's one of those things that it really sucks for Layers going down, but the Warriors didn't get the Fire Giant. And that's like...
This is the first time I've ever made a dono.
3 towers.
What? I greatly appreciate it. And don't worry, I do not spend my money frivolously.
There's a Phoenix exposed for them to knock down very easily. If the Warriors get a Fire Giant, they still have a little bit more to try and
recklessly.
Down, but it does open up the Scarabs for a little bit.
I think it's frivolously, right?
Play and a little more of a defensive push. I'm kind of surprised to see that nobody's fighting this. In fact, they're going for the Gold Fury. We saw this same.
I'm a penny pincher.
Around this time, actually, last game.
I'm a big penny pincher.
Gamble that the
I literally send my teammates deals
around the FG, so they'll take the Fury
so they don't waste their money.
And strip away some of the back farm on this side of the map.
I'm a big
With that fight,
pincher.
Fred has closed the level gap from 5 to 4 at
Dude, I have so much snot in my nostrils.
All free territory now for Cubo Fred as Layers is
I need to,
20, so that XP gap is just going to get smaller.
You do that thing where you squirt water up your nose?
Constant threat, though, Gore, hasn't it, since early on in this game, has been Darda's on this Ra. It's been about a 2-level lead throughout most of this game, and I think it was a massive searing pain that that effectively deleted Zapman there just a few minutes ago, set up for some of that fighting that happened around the FG, and some of my concerns have been unfounded.
What is it called?
Found a way to get onto Darda's,
Like a nasal rinse or something?
That I think
or spray?
Going to need to be figured out. Layers is
or
the
something?
best bet,
What's
right?
it called?
Piercing Moonlight goes pretty deep, pretty fast, but he has to make sure
it's on a neti pot.
It, A, and B, live through
it's like
the
one of those, you squirt it like straight up your nose.
Like a 3-step program, right? Get back there, kill Dardes, get out. And it's not
it's a nasal
all
rinse.
3 of those. Sometimes just killing Dardes, maybe you don't need step 3.
It's not a spray. I bought it recently because my sinuses have been so clogged lately.
Right now, it's going
that. Is that a Umoja one?
No,
my sinuses have been super clogged for like
slow down the Warriors. You can even lose a fight.
A few months now. I don't know what's happening in Georgia, but like, oh, nice stun. I'm trying that, but it like made me swallow like
very similar states. I mean, I have
salt down the back of my throat for a long time. I don't know if I messed it up when I was doing it, but I feel like I shouldn't be swallowing that much salty stuff for that long. Like it happened for like 2 or 3 hours afterwards. It's just like salt.
I don't know that we're gonna be able to see that. I don't know that the Scarabs want to have to.
I'm like, Onyx, thanks for the 2-year reso. Welcome back. Hey, look at that Zap build.
The Scarabs can keep it a little closer to them.
My fans are everywhere, man.
Decision tree that
it's crazy.
The win. I'm sure they'd be happy to get triple killed by Layers under the Titan if it means they get to win the game.
How's the vegan diet going? Delicious. It's so. It's so good. It's so delicious. I actually kind of love it. Dude, Destiny made this lasagna the other day, Soj. And holy cow, that was literally the best lasagna I've ever eaten in my entire life. Like, I gave that lasagna a solid 10. And I don't give foods 10, right? Because a 10 is literally, there won't be anything better than a 10.
Actually, SOT
like, giving a 10 is crazy. And that thing was legit a 10.
Shout-outs to him for being able to hit 21st.
That thing was actually so good. Yo, Glyther! I'm not buying Destiny a burger. She's not getting a burger. I'm not getting a burger. I will not murder a poor cow for Destiny. Even if it might already be dead. I will not. I will not.
The presence that the Scarabs are still able to have.
I love cows.
This part of their jungle because the mid tower is up. It's so safe. It's a nice little haven for you that you're allowed to branch off into the jungle a little bit. You can fight here.
I'll bring it back.
Left and right where things are a little dangerous. I like the fact that they're making a stand.
And the Scarabs do want to fight here, and it's Neoma who is engaged.
I love cows. Cows are so nice.
Fields of Love will not confirm the kill. Onto Neoma,
oh, Zap did beat it. I thought he was actually going to tank it the whole time, but I guess he was a little scared to roll off of it.
They continue to walk on in. Nika rip-tided through. Thanks to inbound, and it's a piercing moonlight to fly.
I'll kill it myself. Here's my cash out. Destiny!
Trying to kite away with a little bit of damage.
For the burgers for Destiny.
She's not getting a burger.
I mean, that's a great kill. Again, harkening back to last game, I should say.
Cows are lovely. Cows have feelings. They can feel embarrassed.
Things didn't necessarily go too well for them, and a lot of
no burger for Destiny.
Be damned though. Now standing up in a very good position, should be able to get a Primal Fury, no problem. Fire Giant's going to be coming up.
Poor little cow.
Right around.
Plants don't have feelings. At least I hope not.
For everybody, but it should be a good 5-on-5. Dardez is target number 1
okay.
here.
Bye,
you guys are idiots.
Yeah,
she's not getting a burger.
I think you can kill off Neil pretty easily. They've done it.
I'm literally, I will throw it on the ground.
That raw beam is so.
No burger for Destiny.
This kind of positioning.
Plants do not have feelings.
Yeah, they might end up trading this. I don't know if I like that as much, Dave. Luckily, inbounds on the other side of the map, and we can see the Warriors.
They don't have feelings.
That's going to give them much bigger opening.
Cows feel good in mouth.
The best of both worlds. They get an
you guys are.
Buy Derpy Bear Burger.
Warriors definitely weren't just comfortable pulling.
I'm not even gonna thank you guys.
Look at the ward coverage
You're just stupid.
Warriors
no burger.
Scarabs weren't along that
no burger.
Likely over on the left.
Unless it's made out of black beans.
Confident enough just yet. They'll clear out the wards in the FG pit here. Some.
Destiny, do you want an Impossible Burger?
The Fire Giant, a minute and a half away from being advanced, maybe advanced.
If it's an Impossible Burger, we'll do it.
Might not get there if this fight breaks out the way it is. SOT trades
Destiny
back
or Cow?
Cows down in this fight, but could be a mid laner on the menu as well.
Are you saying she is not worth a dead count? Get her a burger.
No, cows are nice.
But SOT
I will not join your murder cult.
As Cubo Fred will taunt inbound right back into the fray. Dardez has enough damage, and inbound sure does not.
What's happening in this fight?
Find their third kill.
No, I will not. No, I will. Impossible Burger.
It could be a kill for the jungler.
Impossible Burger or bust, Destiny.
Are long. 20 seconds on Zapman at its shortest.
As a cow myself, I'd like to thank you for standing up for our rights. You're welcome.
Maybe mitigates your abilities.
Destiny, you're getting an Impossible Burger.
End of these backs, 20 or so seconds.
You won the fight, chat.
40 or so seconds out.
If it's an Impossible Burger.
Maybe just a chance to shore up.
You want a cow beef burger? Well, too bad, sucker. Welcome back, Angrier Arcanine. Thanks for the 1 year, baby. I'm not buying her a whole cow.
Worried about him coming in for
Dude, I'm not. Like said, unless you take care of it.
This time on the side of the Warriors.
Will you take care of a cow, Destiny?
With a deep ward there from Kivo as well. They've got pure eyes. I think they could start it up. I think they could have.
I would like to have a cow as a pet.
I also think a kill onto SOT is probably more worthwhile for them.
I feel like that'd be really nice to have a cow as a pet. I feel like it would love you. And you would love it, and you guys would just be like best friends. You guys would like lay on the couch and watch TV together, you know?
On SOT and Zap, and they'll have to back.
It'd be like a Chick-fil-A commercial.
And that is the presence of one searing pain. Wow, Oni Warriors, they don't need it to confirm the FG itself, but they'll use it to confirm that a fight is not happening, and that is enhanced.
I'm not gonna eat you a burger.
Away from being regular. Now the Solar Scarabs,
I will not be a part
they were able to defend their
of you eating a burger.
Before. BaRRaCCuDDa with an enhanced FG around the waist of the Oni.
I will not, Destiny. I will not concede.
Now the parallels to Game 1 are starting to shift pretty dramatically. That enhanced Fire Giant for the
I will not concede.
was big.
Get a pig as a pet? I want one of those little, like...
It's gonna exist the same way here. The Scarabs.
Charlotte's Web pigs.
Mid-tier 2 still standing.
What was that pig called?
I'd like to celebrate
I'm like, AK Bubba's the 8-month. She's not getting a beefy boy burger. Well, I'm at Portal 6 to 2, man.
Now it's going to fall down pretty easily.
I gave you my money, now use it to door. I will not DoorDash her a burger.
I really like layers
no.
to get into the back line. I like
Wilbur.
Potential to get a lot of burn down.
Babe?
And look, we talked about it. I've mentioned
Wait, which pig was Babe?
Yesterday on a Phoenix defense, literally won his team a game.
You said please.
Started
I don't care.
Process of winning his team.
What about manners here?
So I think there's a lot to be said about what the Scarabs could accomplish over here on left, but I do think it is going.
You guys overestimate cows. They are predators. They charge at you. Yeah, we were trying to kill them and eat them.
Can't afford a couple slip-ups, but they're gonna have to get rid of Dardes, get rid of Vote.
If you're trying to kill and eat a cow, yeah, it's gonna charge at you.
To make sure that this does not go the way the Warriors want it to.
I am a little hungry, and I am very tired. I'm not mean to Destiny.
Titan's Vein gonna be feeling good for the Oni Warriors Hunter in this final fight. Hugo Fred rip-tied it back in. He roots himself in place. Now it's an ult.
Things are amazing. Pets. He actually did want to
survive, but it's a beautiful.
Are they calling a miniature pig?
That'll be the opening kill. And Gore, the Oni Warriors just have to leave now. They're at a 5v4 disadvantage, and that is gonna burn at least a minute or two off this enhanced Fire Giant.
What are the little pigs called? They're not called bacon.
Again,
that is brutal.
It's all about that timer in the top left. As long as you can see power play, and as long as it has a red background, it's bad news for Scarabs fans. But as long
are they called miniature pigs?
Opponent, even if it means losing an Oni, even if it means losing a Pyromancer.
How to have a pig as...
And if I'm the Warriors, this is exactly what I want to do, right?
A pet.
Set up, potentially even go for a cake. You could recognize, I don't know, where all their wards are. There's a couple...
This is Destiny's money. I'll buy her burger. Blood is on my hands, not yours. Give her cow.
No! I will not give her a cow.
Kill, but you've got to do it quickly because the Solar Scarabs are in. They're going to collapse.
I will not give her cow, chat. You guys are so stupid. This is an anti-murder stream.
Speedy enough to get away and get out of the fight. That man going for the
I will not.
A crit at the end of his build. A bit different from how Vote is finalized.
I will not give her a cow.
That might help.
Owning a pig. Okay.
Fred is respawned.
Oh, I gotta wipe my nose.
Strength now for the Oni Warriors. Maybe another chance at a
owning a pig as a pet is not for everyone.
A lot of time left on that power
but it is for me.
Seconds, enough to knock down a Phoenix.
Oh my goodness, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Not gonna have that buff. It's still taking him a pretty little minute.
They become destructive?
Walk back, and all of a sudden the Scarabs go, well, where'd they go? They walk out.
Okay, no one cares about your story about your pig.
Now they've dispersed, so the Warriors, honestly, with 20 seconds, 25 seconds, I see.
Okay, Tractor Supply Company gotta know what they're talking about when it comes to pigs having a pet.
It's a 6,000 gold lead.
It's called a Potbelly pig.
The base
Ooh.
EFG. This is
that a safe link to click?
Trying to push this to a game 3. Not so
Why
great
can't I
for
click
the Warriors. Look, I think you're walking on a tightrope. You haven't been able to break the base just yet. 3 towers standing, admittedly, is
just type it in.
a whole lot to tout at this point. You have a Phoenix exposed, and that is enough if the Scarabs want to fight for them to run down and get the Titan. It's coming up to what feels like almost a coin toss at this point. Items are mostly the same.
Pot-bellied pigs.
For what is that, a Blink to come online there for Neil. That's
oh my goodness, they're so cute.
In the same spot. Other than that, it's all starting to feel really solid.
They're kind of ugly.
Odysseus's bow picked up there for Vote. No crit online for him at all in this build right now. Versus what Zapman's got, the Rage, the Deathbringer now online. So in a 1v1 vacuum, Zap's going to be able to do a lot. But
they are kind of ugly.
Tank killer, Vote is your man.
In like a cute way.
Part of that will help on these big objectives as well. You have to imagine, look, the Solar Scarabs have been cautious around the last 2 Fire Giants that we've seen here as a searing pain to set up some damage over the last one. Now's enough to keep the Solar Scarabs at bay for the Oni Warriors.
Chat, stop sending Destiny money!
Starting up in FG, if Dardas is anywhere on the map,
Destiny.
with his ult still available. Imagine the mindset for the
Go buy a burger!
Then Fire Giant.
What's wrong with you guys?
They could start it up, but there'll always be that
Cows have
Dardas
feelings!
with that great objective secure, whereas the Oni Warriors have felt like they've been able to
Poor
buy enough
cows.
space to do the FG and keep the Solar Scarabs all at bay. All 5
Wait.
members of both teams here, all
Was it
relics,
Wilbur or Babe?
10 players in this game
I'll just Google it.
are available. There is a slight wave pushing on the left-hand side.
Which
towards
pig
the
is
take a while
Babe?
To get that health
The
bar
sheep?
burned down.
Is it a sheep?
This is a fully stocked fight here, Gore. Oni
Look,
Warriors
PayPal links to
with
the
a bit
6,
more
man.
aggression in their positioning.
Any pressure is good pressure, and that's what those minions are providing over there on left. Like you said, Scarabs pretty much honed in, zoned in on this Fire Giant. This is where things are going to
Oh, Babe was a film. That was literally just the name. It was Babe.
Going to be in crucial detail. Where those wards are, the vision they have is big.
Was that the talking pig?
I think he's the big playmaker. His ults have been
No,
making
for
a difference,
Burger
not just in
Destiny.
team fights, but in objective control. That's the big
I will
play.
slash your tires.
Inbound has used the River's Rebuke here, but nobody is there to follow up the damage on a Neomar. That is massive. A big team fight separator. Now
I will slash your
Fire
tires.
Giant.
I can't make it down the
Just a little
stairs.
bit. I said it might take a while for those
Have it
minions to do enough
delivered.
damage to that
I'll
Phoenix,
slash
but
their tires
got it
so
down
they
to about
can't
half
leave.
HP here. Layers has gone back to base.
And then I'll throw your burger on the ground,
Maybe
you
not keeping to
murderer.
that. They won't force the issue on a fight or on the
What is
inside.
happening in this
Layers
game,
might
by
be
the
able to
way?
Make it back to this fight safely. We'll take down
Oh,
the step
Zap
up
went
before
Deathbringer.
moving
Maybe
back
I
in.
should have gone Deathbringer.
It is half HP on that Phoenix. Might
He'll
come into
file a
play here little
lawsuit?
bit later on, but both teams still just biding
You
their time.
won't.
Inbound still halfway to the River's Rebuke.
I actually like this. You can see the communication coming
You
out,
won't
knowing
do
they
it.
recognize They have the room. Nika now caught out a little bit. Layers back in the fight now with his speed buff. Look, you've got a jungler. Piercing move.
No, I am
diving
not.
deep. I really want to see what
You
Layers
guys
is
are
gonna be able to accomplish
encouraging
here. I think he's going to be the key
my poor
to this
girlfriend
fight for the Warriors. Same thing for Zap. Hasn't been able to survive a lot. He's 3
in
kills.
bad
He's
ways.
Part of these kills. But I think if they can live long enough,
Whoa.
it'll be a big difference for the Scarabs.
Nika's found
I mean,
BaRRaCCuDDa.
chicken
BaRRaCCuDDa
sandwiches
has to
are
pre-
good.
needs to Wary off the disengage.
very good.
BaRRaCCuDDa dancing around with all the damage. And the opening kill is there, and it's Nika who's
I
got
don't
the
know why my
moment.
ears are
Dardas gets
itching.
another. Down goes Layers. Vote survives. Vote lives on.
Oh.
But you can't say the same for the Solar
Oh.
Scarabs just yet. Can
Oh.
you turn around
Oh.
and deal the damage? Oh no, inbound. Wins the fight. That's massive. No tank killer, no objective shred left on the
2-0?
map, but the Oni Warriors might not need it. They've got 3.
I mean, it's a lot bigger of a fight this time from the Scarabs.
Okay, Five Guys burgers are
This
overrated.
is week number 2 once again. Yeah, vote going down is going to be big for him because it slows things down.
Five Guys
massively.
burgers
Kibo, in 9
used to be
instances out of
really
10,
good.
I would start relying on the jungle and saying that it's going to be good.
Used to be
Kibo's
really
caught up
good.
his feet. He's caught up
Like,
in build.
delicious.
He should be able to
Big
fill
one.
some
And for
of
some
that
reason,
slot, but look at his build. He's not made
as
for
time
it.
went on,
Maybe
Five Guys
some
burgers got
places
worse and
they're
worse.
gonna get one, but I don't
But
know if they're gonna
like,
get more.
It's taking a minute, but the Phoenix is going down. SOT doing
I can't
his
remember
best
when
to
they
defend
got
the
worse.
objective, unable
but they definitely got
to do so
worse.
successfully, except maybe by a little bit of time. And the Oni Warriors.
I'm
got what they came
overrated,
for.
true.
And
And
it's
so
finally a
is
base
Five Guys
trap,
burgers.
And the Oni Warriors will turn tail head on
There's
away.
so many better burger
BaRRaCCuDDa
places
responding, Layers has as well.
than Five
And
Guys.
this Merlin
100%.
man
You
just
can't
does not
argue
have
that.
The ability to play this game over the last
So many better
months, and
burger
the
places
constant
than Five
engage
Guys.
there. Nika finds
100%
the
chat.
perfect ultimate.
You're hard
BaRRaCCuDDa
trolling
uses his beads
if you
to
think
make
Five
them
Guys
engaged on
is
way
worth
down,
the
but
price.
Evo Fred finds the in-game
You're
later
hard
on.
trolling if you think that.
That was massive in turning the tide for the Oni Warriors.
Sonic is better than Five Guys? That's a hot take.
Pretty much everything that you've wanted to see happening to Dardas.
And I don't remember the last
has not
time I've
been
ever had a
happening.
Sonic
It's been happening to
burger.
BaRRaCCuDDa, where, like you said, he's just not been
I'm
able
dying.
to play. Dardas has been able to run away with this.
A
You
full
know,
bag of
not only
mediocre
undying, but I feel
fries?
like I've never really seen enough pressure.
I mean, I'd rather have a
Very
small
much so
portion
far.
of really good fries than a whole bag of garbage.
All of them at some point
Right.
or another incredibly low and forced out of a fight.
Right?
Dardas has been most.
I don't care how many fries you give me,
Team here.
as long as they're all
Key
quality.
to unlocking something.
There's such a
As well
big
as the engage
difference
so far this
in
year.
quality good
Unfortunately, they've been
fries
on the back foot
and just
after
wet
an engage from the
fries.
Warriors.
Wet fries
Still, Dave,
are
41
literally
cents,
the worst
7,000
type
gold
of
difference
fry.
means nothing. This
If you're
Fire
serving
Giant
me
means
fries,
everything.
they
Phoenix
better
down in mid, if
not
they
be
hadn't pushed
moist.
the wave, would be a lot more troublesome for 'em. They
Like,
wouldn't be able
moist
to use their
fries,
minions, but right now, the
Leviathans
Scarabs
should have picked
have
Are
Jin to
literally
secure
disgusting.
one,
take
huh?
this fight. Fire Giant
It's like-
control over the Warriors.
That's like getting
It's a lot more
nachos
difficult to
delivered,
get in there
right?
now, and the Scarabs
If you get
are struggling
nachos
to
delivered to your
back
house,
up.
you are hard trolling.
Now that they're separated, I think there's
'Cause
some small openings,
they
but
literally-
nonetheless for the Warriors to get aggressive.
You can't transport
Head
nachos.
around the corner.
It's just trash.
Is just shy of
By the time it gets to you,
as a result.
it's all wet.
Cautious
It's the
still
same
in
thing
the
with
Warriors
fries.
around this FG. Zapman
But
went
some
over the net just a
places
moment ago
just
to
give
deal
you
with the
literally
fire
trash
wave.
cans for
Do so
fries.
again.
Go back Choji, by the way.
Can you
Thanks
do
for
it
the
quick
32,
enough?
man.
It's that small window where the only
Should have picked
player
Jane to
who's
secure
maybe
after
getting
game
enough
1.
damage done.
True.
Well,
I mean, they
Zapman
won that
is
game
winning.
anyways.
Instead, it's the fight that is being looked at. Numa dives solo into the backline.
I think
Sticks
Neo
in
lives
Torment
here, right?
Hughes, and it's gone to inbound.
Maybe
And
not.
He will not die.
Wow, they
and
used so
instead
much to kill
will
Neo.
in
Should be
exchange.
good.
Layers finds the opening.
Ronic
kill.
casting over
Layers
the
survives just long enough to help Bars.
wall.
Minuscule.
No way.
But nobody on the Oni Warriors is dying. They're all able to
Unlucky.
escape here. Vote backing away with the help
I'm
of
wet.
Bardes. Feels
True.
like the Oni Warriors got away with one.
I don't even know if I sweated today during our games last because I was literally asleep.
Cuvo gets out with barely anything.
Normally I sweat a lot,
Left in the tanks. This is an opening.
but I don't know if I sweated today.
Gonna be backing here.
Oh, I
Cuvo's
did.
SOT
Unlucky.
below. Feels like they're
My
might
pits
be
are a little
small,
moist.
minuscule window, even then a risky window at that for a fight.
Local burger place puts their burgers in a box with the fries. Dude, that's like Crystal.
That's causing stress for the
I don't know.
here.
Crystal has to be like a front for something.
Guess what they were doing before?
There's no way Crystal is still in business. I have never had good food from Crystal. Ever. Crystal is literally just dog water. There's no way that people go to Crystal and enjoy the food. Also, Vote literally can't do Fire Giant because he doesn't have crit. You went Void Shield?
On both teams, dancing back and forth, poking and
Vote's such a
prodding,
fan.
looking for an opening kill.
Is they're trying to go the double shield build
Neither team has
from
found
last
it
season.
cleanly enough to feel comfortable. You have to look at the relics in this case here as well. Layers 30
BaRRaCCuDDa
seconds
is
away
good.
from beads, a minute away from
BaRRaCCuDDa is
Vegas.
good when BaRRaCCuDDa is
Pretty
good.
big SOT.
Sometimes it's kind of mediocre and their fries are really bad if they're delivered.
Tardes, who should be target number 1, has both Aegis and beads available. Vote with the Aegis as well. So maybe if you're the carries, you're feeling pretty
I read an
good
article
in this
recently
game.
saying Crystal is
Zapman
actually
missing his
good.
beats.
No shot.
And Vote.
No
15
shot.
seconds, yeah, no, SOT.
Crystal is not good. Yeah, they can literally sit behind
Be the one that maybe hurts a little bit more than Layers and
these
Zap.
backhands because they can't do fire because Vote's build is hot garbage.
From success of
No
staying
offense,
alive-
Vote.
well, no,
You
he didn't
just
even stay
can't
alive.
do damage to
Never
an
mind.
objective.
He definitely got knocked down during that engagement.
They've had Crystal?
Well, I guess in the last
The only
fight,
time
he
I would
stayed
have
alive.
Crystal last is you want to. It's for the experience of eating
Interesting
something
dynamic, Dave.
covered
I
in
don't know
water.
what to expect. I don't know when the pin is
It's
going
like
to
you have
drop.
a
There's lot of
burger
tension
here,
in the air for me at
and
least.
then
I'm
you have a
because it
sink
just
over
feels
here,
like
and you just dip the
there's so much
burger
in
into
favor
the
of
sink
Warriors,
full
but
of
the
water.
Scarabs are just
Then you
one
just
little
pull it out and
thing
take a
away
bite.
as well. A lot pivots around this Fire Giant. That's why it's taken so long. That's why we're spending so much time on this.
Alright, oh, he bought Windy Me. He literally is buying crit. I bet he bought another crit item. Oh, he bought Sentry. Okay, well, Windy Me won't help you that much, but we're on the way.
They don't have to worry as much.
We're on the way.
But the mid Phoenix being exposed means the Warriors need to be super stressed out.
You have to be
about
drunk
the
for
mid
Crystal? I've
Phoenix.
never
I
been
think there's
drunk
so
and
many
ate Crystal.
avenues to victory for both of these teams.
Uh-oh.
At the end of the day, it
Drunk
all comes down to
Waffle House
who's
is
gonna
really
get
good.
It's a game of mental toughness. It's
Honestly,
searing pain.
Waffle House
It's not much
and
except for maybe some health away
what's it
from
called?
Zapman here. Fields of Love is down as Cubo Fred found the ever important pick. No, because Zapman has his Aegis, but Numa completes the contract, grabs the kill. Layers is able to trade out one here.
No, it's
now
us
the
on
Oni
it.
Warriors
Steak and
being
Shake.
corralled
Waffle
into
House
the
and
blue
Steak
buff
and
pit here.
Shake
Inbound prebeats on the
literally
end
get
of
a
the ult
buff
right there
at
for
like
Nika.
midnight.
Numa still in this fight. Dardes
If you go to
might be
Waffle
on the
House
backline.
or
Could be
Steak
the
and
difference
Shake-
maker here, but Nika's been left
Okay, this
alone,
caster
and
are
Layer
talking. Shut up. If you go to Waffle House or Steak and Shake past midnight, they get a hard buff, like a gigantic buff. They're so much better past midnight. That's the only time you should be going to either one of those is past midnight. Don't go during the day to either one of those. Unless you're getting like a milkshake from Steak and Shake, which milkshakes are always like the same tier. But if you're going to Waffle House, you should be drunk. I mean, have a designated driver, obviously. But if you're going to Waffle House, you should be drunk. Okay, and continue watching Smite.
Get the kill for the Warriors. Same thing if Vote dies on the other side. It makes it a lot easier for the Scarabs.
Yeah, I haven't paid attention to any of the Smite games we've been watching.
Are getting to the point where they are.
Want to go to Waffle House?
The most important members of the
I don't think I can eat anything on the Waffle House menu.
Oh!
Bobby!
Yeah, the relic situation is
I guess he doesn't have ult.
Here. If the Oni Warriors can find a fight in the next minute and a half or so.
You getting me a plant-based burger?
Aegis down for both BaRRaCCuDDa and Zapman as well.
That sounds good.
Vote has got both. It's the Primal Fury. Or the
that was a deep burp. You have a bad milkshake. I don't think I've ever had a bad milkshake.
Pyromancer taken down by the Solar Scarabs as well, and they
like ever
will back themselves away. Interested to see, because look, this has got to feel like a game.
Yeah, like
of
ever.
Mental
okay,
fortitude.
Vote literally changed his build to crit, bro. He literally went Wind Demon Deathbringer so they can kill objective. That's so troll.
Tilts it one way or another. You and I have already covered how important this set is in general. You know, we don't know.
But Zapwood Shadow Steel?
You know, upsets happen.
Why would he go
like
Shadow
that,
Steel?
As far as finding yourself in the top 3,
I think I'd rather have a Wind Demon there like 90% of the time than Shadow Steel.
Scarabs here in Group B, and it's a mental slip where you
Point Star also wouldn't be bad. I think I'd rather have Point Star or Wind Demon than Shadow Steel.
And I don't want to call it boredom, but eventually you're just like, maybe I'll go.
And if it's hitting,
and it's the wrong.
I don't think he's ever going to be hitting a target inside of a raw heal.
It's moments like this where you've dragged on for 46 minutes. You gotta play at the top of your game till the bitter end.
Yo, baby, might come visit in September, October? No way. That's a bait.
Especially in a moment like this.
You're trolling, Soj. No way you're coming.
I'm glad you mentioned the time as well. Just want to throw it out there.
Well played today, thanks, Michael.
We're in the longest game so far that we've seen this year. 48 minutes, 44 seconds.
You can buy a Steak and Shake location for like 10K?
Again, if you're looking at a trend, that's probably good news for the Scarabs.
What?
They've got, what, a little over a minute, about a minute and a half-ish, in order to try.
You can buy a Steak and Shake location for 10K?
And Dave, I'm going to be honest with you. With the pace of this, I think we're going to see that crown taken away.
Or the King Arthur.
This Fire Giant's been so tough to crack. It is not an easy shell to get into.
You would buy Gaia, or you would buy Shadow Steel for Gaia?
Warriors has been very on point, but
I don't know if I would do that. Oh, actually, I know I would not do that.
That's a huge win.
I mean, depending on the attack speed, I might go Dominance there.
The FG we need to add some voice lines, and if 10 players have been within a certain vicinity of the FG,
and Kins also wouldn't be bad.
The objective getting
they have a lot of health in their builds.
His hands up in the air or something like that, or he says that he's getting bored and wants something to happen. I think the FG could righty into it all, but instead BaRRaCCuDDa
good night. Game over. 2-0. 2-0. 2-0. 2-0. 2-0. 2-0.
And with the
see ya,
BaRRaCCuDDa.
Literally caught sleeping at the wheel, my guy.
The jungler.
Holy, good morning, BaRRaCCuDDa.
SOT looking to be a saving
jeez, good night.
Save the day inbound, just trying
gotta
to
be
get
done.
out of this one, but that's already.
Dardas literally says, "Okay, I'll end the game."
2v5. I don't know. This is gonna be too difficult for the frontliners.
It's going to be incredibly difficult.
Wait, they're in the game, right?
Have their eyes on Solo or
there's trolling trying to get kills. Okay.
Right side Phoenix is just going to have to go back to base. Neoma will separate SOT from the rest of his team. Inbound will keep the Oni Warriors where they are, and what many would consider
let's go!
The 2-0 set win.
Now they controlled a lot.
Get
of
hype,
my
chat.
surprise there, as much as it sucks for the Scarabs, I think they showed a lot of
yeah! What a game! Wait, Neil's literally wearing an SK Gaming. What?
Is that they just tied exactly 48 minutes 44 seconds there.
Wait, are you kidding me?
Is Layers literally wearing a black T-shirt?
For them, so they managed to keep.
You gotta wear your jersey. What are these guys doing? Put on your jersey, you idiots!
Shades again of week 2.
Hello?
It was a 2-0 against the Scarabs. This is really good for the.
You guys are showing up on game day without jerseys.
We'll get into this way more in depth, but this is a really good win for them because if you're looking at 1 and 2, this puts the Scarabs in a position where they need not one upset. They can't just beat the Dragons.
Embarrassing, chat.
Too, because if it's
wait, what are the games tomorrow?
1 and 2, if that's the only
do we know
Warriors
what the games are tomorrow?
The Scarabs get one win against one other team. Then the head-to-head goes to the Warriors here, at least for the group stage. I don't know.
I guess it's Titans, Valkyries.
I just said the Warriors have that from the early week as well.
Yep.
It's a lot of tough work ahead next week for the Scarabs, and a lot of tough teams they're going to have to go through. They've already beat one once, though, so there's something to look at. Whereas for the Warriors, Dave, this is a great start for a group stage.
Dude,
go to the playoffs.
The new okay.
Not being a sellout.
but the new Smite Pro merch is so sick. Like, the like black, white, and gray merch is so good. I wasn't a big fan of the initial release of a lot of the hoodies. Like the vibrant color hoodies. I think Leviathans was like literally bright yellow. Like it was not great. Not great at all, in my opinion. But the new merch, actually sick. Actually so good looking. Yeah, Soj would love to get one as long as they can ship it to him. Soj would look so good in one. But for some reason, they hate Soj and just don't want to ship it. Don't get it. Do they not know how important Soj is? Yeah, I think they're shipping to is it non-US or non, North America? Can you actually ship it to me? No. Can't. Really can't, Soj. Because then I would take it. Wait, do you actually want to, Soj? Voltor is actually Pog? Wait, they have music on right now? Okay. Yeah, the Olympus bolts. Okay, I need to get a logo tee. I need to get a hoodie. I might get 2 hoodies, honestly. The gray t-shirt. Gray doesn't look that great. Gray t-shirt. The black t-shirt definitely banging. Black t-shirt, gray sweatshirt is the way to go. Vin? No, dude. Vin. This whole thing was mud. Wait, you see my mug? It says #1 dad. That's for you guys. And then I drank this much cold brew. And I was still literally snoozing by the 3rd game today. I was literally, dude, I couldn't help it. In our game 3, I was going to sleep. Like game 1, I was cracked. Game 1, I was literally telling Vin to Zonqui auto attack the Athena off of the pluck to take 2 block stacks off. And then game 2, I think I had like 5 minutes in the laning phase where I don't think I said a word. And then game 3, when the on her jumped, I was literally screaming on her. I used the rest of my energy to scream on her in the game 3 team fight, the last team fight. And that's my story for the day. That's all I got. Dude, the antibiotics are gone Tuesday or Wednesday, and I cannot wait to sleep. It feels like I'm being tortured at night. Because I'm like sleeping, but I'm not sleeping. Like, I feel like I'm going to sleep. But I wake up. It's like, okay, chat, you know when you sleep like between 3 to 5 hours and you don't get the lucky RNG where you wake up super energized? It's like every time you're sleeping 3 to 5 hours and you're getting the UnluckerDog coin flip and you're just exhausted all day. I mean, sometimes you get the good coin flip, right? And you're like super, super aware and you're super awake all day for the 3 to 5 hours sleep thing. But for me, I literally am just dead tired, man. Like, it's like I'm getting the UnluckerDog coin flip every single time. I just can't sleep, dude. I'm literally so restless. Like, I'll be exhausted all day. I'll be exhausted all night. And I just can't sleep. It's like one of the rare side effects of the antibiotics that I'm taking. It's just like restlessness. And I'm like, yeah, dude. I can relate. Because I can't sleep. I'm so tired. of aggro. I hate this guy.
Thanks to Inside Apparel, they are hooking it up. Of course, all the great jerseys and shirts.
Yeah, maybe I need to sleep with Vin for a little bit.
Shop.smiteproleague.com.
I need some dog therapy.
Break down what we just saw.
If I slept with Vin and 2 dogs,
it was a long, lengthy battle, a ton of 1-for-1,
that'd be so
2-for-1,
nice.
back and forth. But ultimately, it's the Warriors who come out on top.
To me, man, that was a game. And I hate
they're backliners, I would assume so. I don't know for sure. I don't know 100%.
BaRRaCCuDDa steps up for his team in a big way.
When I took my antidepressants, I was resting to my legs. Dude, I had that like 2 years ago, Benny boy. One of my legs would just start shaking, like below my knee. I mean, it wasn't on like any like antidepressants or anything. But I would just like wake up.
While Layers and SOT kind of waste 10, 15 seconds chasing them out.
Yeah, he had a great game.
Yeah, we're still watching scary movies.
Looked really good.
We're watching The Conjuring because I won't be able to sleep anyways.
Spot in the build a little bit later on, but neither here nor there.
Here we go. We're getting a populated pig and 2 dogs.
It was these
that sounds
long-range
great.
snipes from Dardez and Vote, consistently putting pressure onto Zapman in particular. And honestly, you're looking at how.
Yeah, I want to watch the new Conjuring tonight.
What's going to happen here for this Oni Warriors squad? I think the best possible outcome for you.
Wait, didn't hit anyone? Did he double hit Aegis?
Like Dardez of old, and I think he did today between the Raijin and the Ra.
Yeah, he was certainly dictating.
I think this one BaRRaCCuDDa literally gets put to sleep.
Really like it. You could just toss the Benny Hill music on him every single one of these fights. But let's not take.
Oh my! I didn't know he hit Zap too. Holy, that's a game winner right there.
But he was
Cyclone spin. Netroid. Spoilers?
Sorry for this one in the chat. This is Tartarus Titans versus the Camelot Kings.
Wait, when did this game even happen?
This week. But Cuvo Fred on the
oh, we're going to the next page. Nice. Yeah, we really need to know the player damage there. I'm glad they showed the second page with that. I mean, I don't know what we do without the second page.
He's playing on some wild ping.
Yeah, Fred certainly struggled in this set entirely.
You should get in contact with my old audio engineering professor. That man could put. That's a good idea.
Get back to their winning ways.
Watch like a PowerPoint presentation.
Certainly feeling a lot better now that they have.
That's
and
a good
as we
idea.
said, coming into the set,
also,
this was a big win.
We have
over the Solar Scarabs. They're setting up now. This is their second.
We have a
both ended up being against the.
1 second, chat. I'll get it.
Aggro,
air purifier,
and,
and for some reason, me and Destiny's air purifier last night literally sounded like an engine trying to start. Like, that thing was so loud, and we couldn't go to sleep, so I had to go to YouTube and type in black screen, and there was like sleep videos with like a black screen, because I'm a super, like, I'm a super sensitive sleeper. So I can't sleep with like lights on in the room. So I had to YouTube black screen and find like sleep videos. And I found one, but then it made too much noise because I think at 4 or 5 in the morning I woke up. Yeah, it was like 4 hours afterwards, and I woke up. And then I found another one that was like rain, and I put on rain.
Start with some mentality here. It's been a long start.
And then I think the rain was too loud.
And then we go into these group phases. Every game's so important.
I'm like Enar Lothbrooke, thanks for the 4.
I was told to tell you to buy Destiny.
So this one, you know, of the utmost
okay.
You have a slugfest of a game there in game 1.
Okay, guys.
It's a long, drawn-out game 2.
This burger bit has to stop.
Are you comfortable with the way things are going, kind of behind the scenes to us, at least, throughout this set?
Well, Matt, G-Tips, thanks for 32, man.
I mean, obviously, it feels so good to finally
win.
What
phone do you have,
like, all of us are just happy about that more than anything.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Honestly.
Wait, the Demon Slayer movie's on Netflix? Wait, you mean Amazon for Watch Party? I don't see it.
That we're making progress.
I gotta pee.
To where we were like a couple days ago, even.
Sure.
Still, you know, these games, you know, they must have been fun to watch because there was some clown plays and decision making. But yeah, just overall, just happy that we won more than anything for sure.
I think Ramsey's got one for you here. She wants to know, what is that? King Arthur? Okay, is King Arthur the best solo laner right now? And are you surprised he got him in back-to-back games?
Yeah, I think he's probably the strongest. I think he's in like a top 3 with Kakala and Wukong. I've thought that for like the whole year pretty much. I just think Arthur has like the most control of lane and like strongest definitely like in those mid game team fights. Obviously, like late game was I don't know if you guys could see it. I was like trying to solo Scorpion to build energy off the dying and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's rough sometimes, but those mid game team fights you kind of just run them. Like especially game 2, like we were super surprised they locked Cupid because like sure he can cripple me with his ult, but that's just like a way easier got to dive than Jing, for example. So we were definitely happy about that. And I'm never gonna complain about getting off.
Yeah, I don't know why you ever would. Look, you guys got a great start now to Group B here. Final question, and this one is brought to you by
What's up, gamers?
Bailey. Predictions for the Hawks and 76ers series. What do you got there?
Hawks and 6. That's my prediction.
Hawks and 6, says Nika.
Yeah,
Congrats
no
on your first win here so far in
Thank
Group B.
you.
We'll jump back to Aggro and Mifflin and hear Aggro's thoughts on the Hawks 76ers series. Wow, that's a word.
Nika's just so smart. What can you say about that guy? He's building energy off Scorpion as King Arthur after he died. He's predicting the Hawks.
Wait, do I call you Raylance now or
R
R Machine?
Smarter, if you ask me, Mifflin. Things are starting to look up for the Warriors if Nika's having good opinions like that.
Yeah, man, the Hawks totally gonna get got in 6.
No, other way around. They're gonna get them in 6.
They're gonna get got.
Basketball.
No.
How about Riley?
Yeah.
No, that's a really
eSports,
dumb name.
That's my jam, Aggro.
Yeah, I know you're going full gamer on us, and I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh boy, you're trying to look like me, trying to tilt my camera over. Let's take a look at what we've got coming for you. This is what we've had. We really started off the group stages in big fashion today.
Her name's John?
Sets. Of course, we saw the Leviathans.
That's a strong name.
That was one worth watching for sure. Is the Leviathans. And
your name's Riley.
At the hands of the Bolts, and then what we just watched.
It literally sounds whiny while you're saying it.
The group stage.
Look like Weasel Phoenix to the 6.
But tomorrow,
welcome back,
It's
baby.
going to be the Tartarus Titans against the Valhalla Valkyries. And
Riley, you're literally whiny.
Up against the Camelot Kings.
Man, I'm pumped for that Kings match. I think I might find myself as a Kings fanboy here, especially out of that Group P.
I'm just gonna call you.
Phase. I mean, coolest
Whiny.
logo, best color scheme, just greatest lore. I mean, just all of it. The Camelot Kings, they got me for it. And if you want to sport your favorite,
It's really not funny.
I'll go to Inside Apparel.
Oh,
lower third.
John is a dumb name. Shut up, Johnny.
Happened, bro?
What happened?
Nobody.
Wait, is your name Jonathan or Johnny? It's Jonathan? Wait, really? My name's just John. Blue John, nothing else. I didn't get the thin. I just got the John. I'm the basic version of you. I'm like the tier 1 of you. You're the tier 2, I'm the tier 1. You're the upgraded version. You came out earlier, and you came out better. How's that fair? Riley is not the tier 3. Riley is like the tier 0.5. 0.2. John, 2 R's, 2 C's, 2 D's, Salter. Yeah. Alright, chat. That's the end of my stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow to watch some SEC and SPL and all that stuff. Love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you. Bye. Thank you guys so much for all the support today. Insane support. Massive donos. Massive subs. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Just pray for me to get some sleep tonight, man. I would love sleep. Like a full 8 hours. Honestly, the first night I sleep, I'll probably sleep like 14 hours. But yeah, I love you guys. Destiny's already got the burgers on the way. You guys have won the war today. Unfortunately for me, you guys have won. So yeah, love you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow.